The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
So you can't go to the big concert then?
Yeah. You know, it was a big build-up, and I really thought it was going to happen, but, you know, life just sucks sometimes. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do?
It ain't easy.
What are you going to do, man, you know?
What concert was it?
It was Monsters Inc. the musical.
I tell you there, boys, that guy over there, that guy, he's all like, I can't afford Mario Kart World. But then he could just, cut the spend on lattes and stupid concert tickets and stuff, and avocados. You fucking millennials are all the same.
I don't even eat avocados. I haven't. Fuck it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't eat avocados.
Where's Frank Meyer, anyway?
I don't know. He didn't get it yet. He said he'd be here, but he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here.
Okay, what's with the accent? Why are you doing that?
What do you mean? I'm like Family Guy's it's like a Rhode Island Boston thing. What do you mean?
Doesn't mean you need to put... How long have you been playing?
Yeah, Family Guy. What are you?
No, I just started doing it as soon as we went live. Like as soon as I started talking, I was just doing it. I don't know why.
He's had too much of the ganja, man.
Yeah. This this reminds
Get an ambulance. He's gonna have an anxiety attack.
Get ready. Here I come. The most realistic depiction of an anxiety attack on Sunset City.
Yeah.
The Family Guy podcast for the classic and modern age.
I'm mortified. I'm embarrassed to be seen with both of you in here, the drunken glam, drinking Pawtucket Patriot Ale.
Are we drinking hot sauce? What's in front of us right now?
We're talking Patriot Ale.
Okay, so this right here, Traveland, is Pawtucket Patriot Ale.
Traveland. I was very careful when I made the avatars to not make them resembling any of the other characters, except for yours, Pup, because of the joke, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
What joke?
I was I don't want any of us to be like the Quagmire. Like, I don't want to put that on anyone.
I think you did. I think you did good. I think we're all distinct. I'm excited to see Frank's if he's in from the Skrillex concert.
I can't wait for Frank to join.
Yeah, when he's back from his avocado lattes concert, then yeah.
Frank shows up and you hear whoop and like a clapping thing, and like yeah.
I heard that
Frank
he didn't get the Family Guy surgery yet. I heard we're gonna have to do that to him when he gets here.
Wait, did he not get the Family Guy surgery?
He hasn't had the surgery, so when he arrives, he's gonna have his old look. But don't worry.
Okay.
Oh no.
I've got scissors.
When I cut that guy into shape.
The most threatening sentence the podcast has ever had.
Dude, actually, I would really love it if like Nick or Suris or Wayne or like anybody who's been on the podcast before just so happened to turn in for this episode. Like
Nick,
are you lurking?
That this was my idea.
Yeah, Nick. Yeah, whose idea was it? Who else's idea would it be?
He would assume that I was completely behind all of this.
Yeah, I would assume the same.
I kind of already alluded to it, but it was my idea to do. The original idea was, we're gonna do April Fool's Day Family Guy special on April Fool's Day, and then we were like, oh wait, but we don't stream that day, so the idea was we're gonna pretend to do a Family Guy special on April Fool's Day, but it's the normal episode.
It was my idea to make it so that the prank was that you didn't get the long-awaited Family Guy special that day, but we'd make up for it.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
And then today was the real one. Yeah.
So here's us explaining our joke to you, which proves it was very successful.
Hey, wait, hold on.
Yes.
Should I? Hey everyone, Trey here.
So
the joke is that
it's my favorite account. Explain Trey.
Yeah, explain. Isn't Trey Explains another Twitter account or something?
I don't know. Is it?
That is.
It's you, right?
It could become.
No, it's not. I'm just every account named Trey on Twitter. That would actually be really funny.
Trey, I'm a liberal dog. Don't look at me. I voted for Rush Limbaugh.
We have to take you outside and kill you, I think.
It's like tariffs,
Whoa,
more like
that's a
scarifs. Am I
whole-
right? How do you start a conversation like this? I just sat down.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Okay, who wants
Oh my
to
god.
first?
I already did.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah, you did the Sunset
Did you?
City classic
Okay,
of
but
modern
we
age.
got
Yeah.
housekeeping as well.
Yes,
So-
that is
Oh.
true.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So
Housekeeping?
usually we got the housekeeping.
Housekeeping?
Go away.
Housekeeping?
I like how this is not. That's like you can't just use that as a joke for Family Guy because that's from Tommy Boy, and they just riff on that in Family Guy as well.
I'm also allowed to do
Oh,
this
that's
because I'm
funny.
not doing the accent, so therefore it's PC.
Well, it's Peter doing an accent in the bit.
Listen, he's doing an accent. If I'm doing his voice, I'm
It's not
doing
you.
the accent.
Yeah, no, it's him.
So
it's Peter.
I could just right now say the most heinous things, but do it in a Peter Griffin voice, and it'll be okay.
No, that's not what I meant. No, I'm just saying like this is
Because it's Peter talking.
no. I don't think you understand me ever. Typically, so like
I could literally instigate a riot right now, but it's okay.
no, you
because
could,
it's
but you're not
me, it's
understanding
Peter.
me. I'm like, oh, because it was that was the bit initially, so people wouldn't be like, oh, he's being racist. People are like, oh, he's quoting the Family Guy bit. But like, I guess someone could still see you as is it being racist? I don't know.
mean,
Yeah,
at the
they
end of the
probably
day-
they probably clip it. Yeah, they probably clip
At
it
the
out
end
of
of the
context or
day,
something.
At the end of the
Maybe out
day,
of context, yeah.
it's just not allowed, is it?
No fun allowed.
Jesus. Okay, so Dylan's racist.
Whoa! Whoa!
That is not.
No.
That is not what I said.
That's
That is
not-
another one of
no.
those. I love waffles, so you hate pancakes.
Look, I told you
Freaking sweet.
we can't allow this place to become an echo chamber, okay? So I have to be on the approach.
this.
What do you mean? You shout into the group chat all the time, praying for echoes. What are you talking about?
I don't.
You love echo chambers.
That's poetic, but also no.
That's your fucking favorite thing. You do that every day.
What? No, I go in there with things to make you guys say things that are different to the things that I'll say, and then I can respond to those things that you say.
I know, but then if you do that, you go, no.
Yes.
Geez, this is more confusing than the time
What?
Frank didn't show up for some reason.
I wish we had little gags like that.
Man, this is
I was
even more
gonna-
confusing by the time I accidentally cut to the ending screen too early.
Okay. Oh shit.
Wait. Okay, we're back. Okay, fine.
Are we
Excellent.
back?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was gonna do cutaway gags too, but then I got like I was like, this is getting to be too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But like
it's-
one of the
it's-
things I had was
Get a little silly.
Yeah,
I
it's
had
too-
one of my
it's
only
too
jokes I
ambitious.
had was Frank's channel used to be called Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles, and if we were going on a long tangent, I was gonna say something like, wow, this is going on longer than typing out Frank's old channel name in my old YouTube titles. And, I would have, like, me typing out, like, Sonic Mania Mod Mondays featuring
Yeah.
Dave Ace and Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles. And, like, I'm typing, and then I have, like, a really, like, a white beard at the end of it, like, fuck, oh, God.
Yeah.
But, like,
You're-
that's the only thing I had. That's the only one I had.
Like it's a close up of your fingers typing, and you get like arthritis or something, and then it cuts to you with
Arthritis.
the white beard. Yeah, it cuts to you with the white beard. Go like, oh my god.
Oh,
Why?
I'm finally done writing the
Why?
title,
Jack,
and
I
YouTube
know-
doesn't
I
like
know-
it because it's too long.
Settle down. I know we're all very excited, but we're not done with the housekeeping yet. We've got patron shoutouts, remember?
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
let's do
yeah.
it.
All right, so we've got
Yeah.
My Great Rolls, Ven101, Aiden Fitzgerald, Stardust Chaos, Crimson Rose, Mr. SP, and KB. Good morning.
You sure it's not Fitzgerald?
It could be.
That's
It really
it's
could be.
typical. I've never heard Fitzgerald before. I'm not making
Yeah.
fun of you. I'm just saying that
Well, he's getting a little
Al-
old.
Also,
I could make
You
fun of
might
Do
say
you want me to make
he's-
fun of you?
Ancient. Eh.
Meh.
Alright, well, anyway, okay.
This
So
is funnier than the time Dylan ordered that Subway sandwich.
before we can get... You think that's bad? Remember the time
Yeah, yeah.
Dylan ordered the sandwich?
Dude, that would have been a really funny Subway. That would have
that-
been like a really good payoff to the Subway joke. Fuck, I'm
that
sad.
really
I didn't do that
would.
now. I wish I'd
Nah,
thought of
the,
that.
the good
It
thing
is
about
bad.
this is if you'd done that, you would have ended the joke.
I mean, yeah, but like
Or it
that's
would've-
like
that
the
would've
best part
been the
about it.
perfect-
catapulted into new popularity.
Yeah.
It would have ended.
Yeah.
It would have been the perfect version of the joke
Right.
that you'd end out on. Like,
This is as crazy as whenever Pup was trying to explain B theory.
we're not cutting to that. So,
We cut to that, and then you have like bees outside his door with bats, and they go. "Shut."
you've got this mistaken for a fucking
You know too
Simpsons
much.
clip show episode. Just cut to a previous episode of
No,
Sunset City.
no. I've watched plenty Family Guy
Hey,
funny
that's
moments.
funny.
I know what I'm
We should do
talking
that
about.
next time. Could we do that next
Yeah.
year? Not family. Could we do a Sunset City clip show and like make it really obvious, like that it's just a clip show episode?
It's just us as the Simpsons, and we
I
do
say-
exactly that for like an hour.
I say we save that for the final ever episode.
That's
Okay, fair enough.
we're not Seinfeld. Look, okay.
And then we have the Green Day song at the end, you know, the one that's like the one that I
You know
don't
what?
want to
I
sing
will
'cause I
say
don't really
though,
sing on the air.
actually, about that Seinfeld episode, at least it's framed in like at least sort of a fun way for a clip show.
It's also not
would
the
say,
final
like,
ever episode. But the thing with clip shows
Yeah.
is generally you watch them and just wonder why couldn't I have had something new this week?
Yeah,
Like if I wanted to watch
Yeah.
those old episodes again, I would watch those old episodes again.
I would
But
watch the
it's
episodes.
a
yeah.
budget thing, isn't it? Like, you know, save money on the animation or the filming, depending on your medium. Well, anyways, we do have a couple of topics before we get to the main meat of the Family Guy, because obviously we all want to discuss how great Family Guy is. And there's even some Family Guy news. Well, news about Family Guy, The Simpsons, and Bob's Burgers, I believe.
This this is the Family Guy
Also, some
podcast.
Seth
for the
MacFarlane
classic
news. He's
mRNA.
actually. Did anyone see that Naked Gun trailer? Seth MacFarlane is, I think, writing or directing that.
Oh shit, I haven't seen that. I didn't even know they were making a new Naked Gun.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gotta be hard
starring
to do
Liam.
that without Leslie Nielsen, though. Liam Neeson,
I
Leslie
know.
Nielsen. Their names.
Liam
are so
Neeson.
similar.
I know. Like as soon as I saw him on the thing, I was like, "That's a good choice,"
You know,
because
it's
he's
funny.
like the guy who with a specific set of skills, just like Frank Drebin was.
Yeah, he can do the dry humor that he did. But here's the problem with Liam Neeson is there's that upskirt shot that everyone's talking about, and I'm just saying right now,
Yeah.
you guys are lucky those panties weren't covered in piss, because that guy just fucking pisses himself. He doesn't even care.
I
Yeah,
hate
no,
that.
Liam Neeson
I
pisses himself.
hate that picture, and I hate it
Oh.
even more now. I think.
No, yeah, he just pisses himself. He's not even bothered. Like,
Great.
celebrities are weird.
That's awesome.
Man. Celebrities are really weird.
Sorry, man. I mean, does he? He has a medical condition. That sounds like a medical condition.
Yeah, that
no, I
sounds
think
like-
he's
yeah.
just, I think he's just Irish. Like, as in, like, you know, drinks. a lot.
He just does it for the love of the game. He just
He's-
pisses
he's like
himself.
us.
Just
The home of
no,
challenge
actually,
pissing.
no.
Home of
Yeah.
challenge pissing.
It's like I have a very specific set of skills. Just starts pissing himself.
Uh-oh, someone hasn't noticed that the title is a joke. Well, anyways, okay, so we do
Oh, that, yeah.
have one Sonic, that stupid Sonic thing, to quickly mention before we get into the main of the episode. So are you ready,
Has
guys?
Sonic ever been on Family Guy?
Yes, I think. I know that Sonic 06 has cameoed in American Dad.
Also in Breaking
the,
Bad.
the box art.
Oh,
Yeah,
remember
box
the
art,
time where Sans from Undertale appeared in Family Guy?
No, I
He
don't.
opens the
remember
door and
that.
goes, "Holy crap, it's Sans from Undertale!"
Holy
Oh yeah,
crap.
yeah, of course.
Hey, Peter.
Holy crap, Lois! I did the genocide.
Hey, Peter. It's
Pardon me?
Sans from Undertale.
Pierce.
Hey, Peter.
You sound like
Fucking
you
stupid.
sound like a
Hey,
fucking
Peter.
meat canyon
Hey,
skate. It's Sans
hey,
from
Dude, wait. What if he
I
showed
love
up?
Peter.
He showed up. He just sounded like Joe. He was just like Peter.
Peter.
Like Peter.
That's actually not a bad voice. I would say.
Hey,
Under
for
movie.
Sans?
I
Or
would take
yeah.
Yeah,
Brian.
Sans.
Hey, Pete. Hey,
Brian.
hey,
Brian
Peter.
is Sans from Undertale.
Er,
I like Undertale. Okay, Sonic,
Anyways, yes.
right? Sonic.
Yeah.
Who was that?
We're speedrunning our way to episode 180 with these double week episodes. I'm tired. We usually only do this once a week. But
We'll get ready for Off Track next week.
okay, right, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Or Arcade.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's overworking me. Okay, so
My God.
Sonic is back. In a new series.
Okay, dude.
By popular demand, Sonic is back.
In a new series of YouTube shorts called Chow Table. which are made by they're made by a studio of people, of course, but Evan Stanley is like leading that project, which is cool because it's seeing like comic book alumni getting into cartoons a bit more, which is really cool. And we had the first one come out, and yeah, they are very short, like really, really short. And it's just cute. We had the first one. It's just cute. We've got some Chow in there. There's a Sonic, and it's really nicely animated, really pretty to look at, and it's cute. Very cute.
Is it only in the YouTube Shorts and TikTok format, like the portrait?
That's what's bugging me actually.
That's the only part where I'm like, I wish this was just like. I mean, yeah, I'm okay with that for advertising, but I wish the actual thing was, 16:9, just normal landscape.
I get the feeling that like it probably was animated in 16:9 because the framing isn't ideal for the portrait aspect ratio. So I'm hoping that maybe like once they're all out, they'll put them all into a compilation and have
they did a compilation. That's
kind
of what I was thinking.
I'd be pretty disappointed if that's not the case.
It is funny because like. I remember making a tweet where it was like, whatever happened to this, like the Shadow Tales thing, and I think it's funny that not much time later they were like, oh yeah, here it is. Like, fuck it, yeah.
So what you're saying is you brought us Chow Tales.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that I made
Hollywood power.
Yes.
To introduce Chow Tales.
My Hollywood.
Your Hollywood sway.
I look. Meanwhile, you call me a Hollywood elite, but this Family Guy avatar looks like I sell real estate. Like,
he kind of reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite's Uncle Rico.
Oh,
actually, that's what I'm thinking.
It was unintentional. One thing I want to mention really quick, just so nobody's said this, and I just don't want anyone to think that it's the way it is. These avatars were made using an old program called Family Guy Yourself, or it's an old web page. It was on the Wayback Machine. I made very specific. I was very sure to not use anything that was like AI to make these. These are made using a very old Family Guy avatar creator.
Didn't you have to use the Wayback
Machine as
well to do this?
I had to use the Wayback Machine. Yeah, it was like really slow.
I mean, except for me, I'm AI. But like,
look. No, you're not.
Pop's avatar is actually it's 3D NFT computer generated blockchain.
That made perfect sense.
Other than that,
it's a
everything is perfect
blockchain AI generated computer thing.
The more I think about it, I do look like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Where it's just like you want to see me
throw
a little bit. You want to see me throw a football over that mountain?
Throw the spiral. Yeah. Perfect spiral.
Yeah. Perfect spiral. Yeah, perfect spiral.
That movie's so fucking funny. Like I feel like I watched it the first time and I was like, I don't understand. Like I don't get it. And then the second time I watched it, I was like, wait, it's the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. No, but this is why I'm reluctant to write off the Minecraft movie because Jared Hess, who's directed the Minecraft movie, directed Napoleon Dynamite, and he's also done other films that are very similar to it, like Nacho Libre, similar kind of tone to it. There's also what's it called? Something Broncos, Gentlemen Broncos, or something along those lines. But yeah, that's also in a very similar sort of style. He specializes in these kind of rough around the edges movies. So I'm kind of intrigued to see Minecraft. I've heard that an unfinished version of the film has released.
Yes. And I was just about to say that.
If it's unfinished or if there's a context we're not seeing here. But I'm intrigued.
No, because I've seen that same scene, both finished and unfinished, and it's both.
Right, I'm just going to say Warner Brothers.
Okay.
You've charged people
that is
money
extremely
for these
vague.
Movies, so you should kind of allow them to post those clips. Like,
I really want to know what this is. That was so vague that it made my brain go, "What is he talking about? What is he saying?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's just how it is.
Shut up, Old. Shut the fuck up.
No, I can't follow you. You're just too difficult today.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm struggling to follow your story.
Also, I guess according to Family Guy lore, I'm wearing contacts instead of glasses. So.
Oh yes, yeah. That was a
mentioned
mistake on my part.
He was like,
because I googled you, Trey, because I was like, I know what you look like, but I also was like, I just need like a reference while I'm doing this. And
you could have just like asked.
I mean, maybe
I know
I
could have, but I was just like,
and he's not wearing.
I was in the zone.
Does he need? To
I was in
see
the zone.
today?
Like, yeah, no, I saw like a picture of you, and I was like, I'll use this one, and you just weren't wearing glasses, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe.
KB's right though, Trey. You're literally AI. Remember, Trey I.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, that is
yeah.
Trey. Yeah.
Trey
Not
gets
gonna
turned
mention
into
Sonic
AI.
Racing Crossworlds.
Crosswords.
What did you want us to?
Crosswords. It was the April Fool's prank that
Crosswords?
they did. Was the Sonic Racing Crosswords?
Oh,
Yes.
oh, sorry, I didn't see
Oh,
that. I thought you
that's
were. I
funny.
read it as Cross World, so I was thinking there was some news or something. I mean, they did like Sonic technically punched back at Mario Kart a little bit.
Yes.
Which
We
is
got
funny.
to talk about this in just a bit because
Yeah,
it
we'll
is
talk about
back
that in a
on.
sec, yep.
Like after all these years of Mario, I'm your friend, right? Sonic is back in the fucking game. And I tell you what, it's a good thing he did as well, because I saw Mario Kart World. And I was like, ah, shit. It does look better than Crossworlds, in my opinion.
It looks fucking awesome.
But then,
But
they reminded me of a certain detail I'd overlooked. Yeah, it's affordable. And it's available on all the current consoles as well that I've got. So it is kind of like, get fucked, Mario.
it was so funny because if you don't know, Mario Kart World and a lot of so currently I think it's Donkey Kong is not the same price as this, but Mario Kart World is going to be $80, which is fucking insane.
Well,
And then
okay,
Donkey Kong's 70. Most 2 games are 70.
To give a kind of an intro to the Switch thing, I would say "get fucked, Mario" is the sentence that I would kind of use to describe this. But it's kind of weird as well because I haven't seen the whole direct. To tell the truth, I saw the Mario Kart World thing. I saw a few basic bits and pieces. And I've seen that there's like a new Donkey Kong show, a new game, a new Kirby Air Riders, and they're releasing Breath of the Wild and stuff like that. Okay, great, fantastic,
Yes.
lovely. I think the Switch 2 itself looks good as well. It looks to be a powerful little thing. It's got some grunt on it this time, and
4K 120 FPS is crazy.
Yeah,
I was not. I mean, it's not saying it's going to get to that, and it probably won't most of the time. But it's good that it has that power.
Is it not more powerful
it
than
is-
a Steam Deck? Because I've read somewhere that the Switch 2 is.
It
more
is.
powerful
I
than
think
the Steam Deck.
so. Yeah, I think so.
The
It
Steam
has
Deck
to
is
be.
720p. It's not even 1080p.
Okay, so that's very impressive on Nintendo's part.
The screen on the Steam Deck is actually like 800p or something crazy like that.
It's not even 1280 by 720. It's slightly less or something. It's a resolution I don't even remember off the top of my head. It's like a weird one.
So I think the console itself looks
1280
impressive.
by 760 or something.
And I liked the Mario Kart World trailer as well. It looked very impressive in the way that it's kind of changing the game for 2 different genres, the open world genre and the racing genre. Going on tracks to get 2 tracks looks really cool. Being able to do this multiplayer open world, take pictures.
I want to
with
mention
friends.
something you mentioned about that specifically is in our DMs you'd said something like this sounds like an idealized version of what you would hope for in your wildest dreams of a Mario Kart game. This is
With
oh
zero
god, I would love it if
limits.
all the tracks were connected and it was a whole big world and you could drive between them on the way to the next race.
It sounds
and,
made up.
it's that'll never happen, dude. You know, and it's
And it's impressive that they've done that. But there is the harrowing reality of this. There is the point where it says, maybe this is too much. Maybe this is too big. Maybe this is as far as we need to go, in that it has a fucking $80 price tag on the game. And it's I get it. It's a very, very big game, but maybe I would rather have a smaller game in that case. Maybe dial it back a little bit if it's so unsustainable. But what I would say is maybe save a little money on cartridges if they're not going to do anything. Digital downloads and cartridges, they cost the same, and the cartridges are now just keys for downloads. Maybe save the money on production costs?
Some of them
Only
are.
some of them
yeah.
are.
Some
I
of them
thought
are.
all of them were.
I don't know what the jurisdiction is. I don't know who decides which
No,
ones
it's
are.
not.
or
It's
aren't.
not all of
then
them
there's always
because
plan
they.
B. There's always plan B. Save the money on the lawsuits, all the expenditures on lawyers and shit for suing a 20-year-old who wanted to mod his DS, and just fucking make some games with that money and not charge us fucking ridiculous amounts. But I was really shocked by that price. I was more shocked by the fact that their little Switch Tour thing, which is It's like just the controller part of Astro.
It's like Astro's Playroom on PS5, like that free thing that shows you how the controller works.
Yeah, it's like the bit on Astro's Playroom, but without the rest of Astro's Playroom. And what, they want to charge you $20?
No, Astro's Playroom is a tech demo for the controller, and then Astro Bot is a game.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Astro's Playroom has a controller demo at the start, but it also has a little game. It's smaller than Astro's Playroom, but I would still happily pay around about $20 for it, to be honest. It's a great
You mean
platform.
smaller than Astro Bart?
Bert?
I didn't know that.
Family Guy!
I thought there was I thought there was just like here's the controller, and he like moves around with it. Like, look at this,
dude.
look at that.
Astro's Playroom is a fully fledged... It is just Astrobot, but smaller.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Well, that's... you worded it kind of weird. But yeah, no, apparently that little tour thing on the Switch... Like that little tour thing on the Switch.
A link.
Yeah, no, it's stupid that you have to pay for that. Like, the tutorial, basically.
Like, the thing is that what you saw in the direct is as much as you're going to get out of the game anyways, you know? So it's like, why even fucking bother?
Take a quick look.
It's also, if someone Let's Plays it, you could just fucking watch that shit. You could just be like, oh, cool, so the magnets are in the controller then. That's fun.
Take a good look at the link I put in the backrooms and just scroll around. Look, it's a fully fledged game. And that's what
I'm not saying it's not a fully fledged game. What I said is that you said it was
I think he was talking to me.
You said you said it was like bigger than Astrobot, and I'm like, I don't think that's the case.
I didn't say it was bigger than Astrobot.
Yeah, that's how you worded it. Yeah.
I don't think I did, but okay.
Yeah, we can rewind it. We can go back. But yeah, no, that's what I was saying. But like, regardless of that, Astro's Playroom is a full-fledged game. This Switch Tour thing is just a fucking tutorial of how to use the damn controller.
There's no excuse for it. And not to mention, you can find out the fun way by playing some fucking games, you know? Like
oh yeah, for sure.
The other
Give us an actual pack-in.
Is like they're charging how much for Breath of the Wild? I
was gonna say that about earlier. Like when we mentioned Mario Kart Tour is gonna be not Mario Kart Tour, Mario Kart World, $80. For reference, I think the only time Nintendo has released a game that's $70 was Tears of the Kingdom, which is really fucking funny to me for some reason. Like that they go, oh yeah, Mario Kart is now gonna be like bigger than Zelda, which is like interesting, but also Mario Kart's like the big casual franchise, and like I think
it's for families. I think the thing is that I was talking to some of my peeps before, Nintendo has always been kind of like the family oriented, more casual. Not saying that they're not made for gamers, but they were a more casual platform. Like if you wanted the big boy shit, you know, you either go to PC or one of the other consoles or whatever.
Well, I think to play it like a party, Nintendo was kind of accessible for everyone.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's not accessible anymore. So any sort of leverage that they have, and I feel like here's the thing. I theorize that it's because of this last generation and how sucky it was. Because Sony barely did fucking anything. Microsoft is basically tapping out. So now Nintendo has like a monopoly on the console gaming market, essentially, and it's like. Fucking damn, dude! Like that's
so. It's
crazy.
like we don't have a choice. We have to use these prices, and also I think it's. This is really weird to me because I remember the situation when they went from the Wii to the Wii U, right? Because this situation mirrors that one a lot for some reason, and it's giving me some really weird vibes. Because in the past, the Wii, let's say, was an extremely successful console for Nintendo. I think it was their most successful one at that point. And it was like, this is the casual gaming machine. Every fucking household had... I have three Wiis. Because I was like, I go to my parents' house on the weekend, my dad's house on the weekend, so I'll buy a Wii there too, because it's $80 now. It's like, it was great. So they went from that to the Wii. They were like, hey, we have the entire casual market in the palm of our hand. Let's upgrade it a bit. And what they did is confuse the fuck out of everybody, because the Wii U was, first of all, terrible name, just terrible concept, I would say. Like, I think the name is like most of the where the conflict comes from, because people were like, what is this? So obviously Nintendo had to do damage control. There was a lot of problems. There was this whole thing where Iwata, back when he was president of the company, he cut his salary by half because he didn't want to like fire people because of how bad the Wii U was doing. which is something that no one, I think, in the current world would do for anyone, which is sad. So after that point, obviously, we get the Switch. The Switch, again, corners the fucking market. Everybody has one. It's the most successful console they've ever made. So, obviously fresh in their mind is, hey, we can't fuck this up, right? And fucking this up would entail making it confusing, like the Wii U. So, they decided we're going to be extremely direct. No pun intended. Nintendo Direct, but be extremely direct with it is literally Nintendo Switch 2, and everyone was like, that's great, that's good, we're going in the right direction. And to be honest, I was thinking, because of the Wii U situation affecting how it did, I was thinking there's no way they're going to try and make this radically different than the previous console. Like, it is definitely just going to be a buffed Switch. And that's pretty much what it is.
Exactly, yeah, that's what it, what it should be.
But then... Yeah. The problem that it comes with is the upgrade from Wii to Wii U included the gamepad and obviously like the buffs on like the strength of the console. It was a lot more money than the Wii, and it was, I think the price dropped a lot because it was like too much. People didn't give a shit. So that, at least I understood the price increase to that degree. So switch to Switch 2, with it being such a small change aside from like the specs, which are obviously huge. The price increase to me, and then the price increase of the games, almost reads like, hey, we came back from the brink of fucking death with the Wii U. Not literally, but like our reputation was kind of shit. We came back from that. We created the best console that's ever happened. And now, you're gonna buy it again. And you will, because that's what we do. Like, obviously, they've cultivated...
No Mario, none of our characters and stuff. They don't do...
Because I will buy it. Like, they do, they're right. Like, I am gonna buy it, because, like, Donkey Kong looks fun as fuck, and I'm not gonna be happy if I don't have it. Like, the world sucks. I want to play Donkey Kong. It's gonna make me happy. Like, it sucks. Like, I don't know what to do about it.
Like, shouldn't have to be a fucking investment, like, to be able to do this.
I know, but now it's like, I'm gonna take out a mortgage to fucking buy Mario Kart. It's like, damn,
I gotta put it on credit.
Like, a couple leftovers from your paycheck or something. It shouldn't be a fucking investment that is akin to, like,
I don't know if that tangent really lined up as well as I thought it did, but
I think the thing is that you were right, is that there's no confusion with the Switch 2. In fact, it even has the same fucking color scheme, which I opted. It's like because the Switch 2 box art looks
kind of like
not box art,
actually.
but like,
I think,
the Switch 2 like box design is fucking awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know, like, who the fuck decided the box art should only take up like a percentage of the box. Like, that's so stupid. And then there's just... I had one thing I forgot that I think was sort of like supposed to be in the middle of that, but like, I'm sort of high. I'm a little bit high, so my brain's kind of like... Oh, dude, I'm absolutely mega, like, so the legal version of that.
Yeah, so like, what I was going to say is, before they announced the Switch 2, I was kind of thinking, since the Switch has had such a long life and there's so many of them out there, they must be nervous about making another console. They must be like, we don't want another Wii U situation. And that's why this comes as such a shock to me, that like they've pivoted so far from what I'm fucking humanizing it. It's my own fault. It's not like, they're not like, oh, we can't let this happen. Oh, it's going to be, we need to be careful. They're just like, hey, make it $80. It's such a pivot from like where I expected it to be to like, oh, it doesn't change very much, but also, whoa, where's all of this like hyper anti-consumer other shit coming from all of a sudden? Like that kind of came out of nowhere. Like, you were doing well, like. Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. But like, Franken, hello.
Frank, hello.
Hi guys.
Whoa, there's a giant Frank with his fist against Trey. We have to give him the surgery.
Oh no, don't punch him!
We must give him the surgery.
Welcome to Family Guy, Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the clam.
Can someone make like power tool sound effects for me real quick? I just gotta pop Trey under the table. All right, keep not Trey, not Trey. Don't change Trey. Frank. Okay, surgery's happening. You need to do more. I'm not done yet.
I'm tired. I don't want to.
Please.
Is this going to hurt? Just a little. Ow.
Yes. It will.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think he's cooked. No, he's not. Nope. Still, you've got like a model override switched on. How can we switch off the model override?
Yeah.
I think Frank might have to do it.
Oh no, I know what to do. Don't worry, I got it. Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. And now, ta-da! New Frank. Okay, you get there. Who's taller between Trey and Frank?
I think I'm taller.
All right, there we go. We got the heights perfect.
Trey, how
Frank's
tall are
like
you?
15 feet tall.
Trey is a big boy.
Like, oh wait, how tall are you, Frank?
6 feet.
Oh, we're the same then.
No one needs to be 6 feet.
A.
Sorry, pup. I can't hear you all the way up here.
Yeah, yeah. How's
How's the weather down there?
Yeah, how's the weather down there?
Oh.
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 So,
I had a quote, but I don't want to say it because of where it came from.
Okay.
But,
Family Guy joke?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, thank you for all the material. I think I'm gonna come up with a couple of YouTube shorts. I got some cutaway gags to make.
I love how
perfect,
everyone's
perfect.
got the same idea.
Perfect.
Like somewhere down the line, people thought cutaways,
Oh, good.
and we decided against it.
Yeah.
And then Frank is like, "We can do cutaways still. Don't
Yeah.
worry." And it's like,
I-
"Hell yeah!"
Oh yeah, no, they're going to exist. It just won't be live on the show.
Yeah.
No, that'd
yeah,
be good. Like, yeah, no, that'd be good for shorts.
I am also going to need this this Family Guy avatar thing that was made for me.
It's in our group chat, I think.
Awesome, because I will.
I can
be
send it to
using
you again,
from
though.
time to. I'll be using it from time to time.
And again, it was made with the Family Guy yourself creator from
He's an
like the
AI
2009
tech bro.
internet.
He's an AI
He's not AI.
artist.
We were gonna use Studio Ghibli, but we have standards.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
Studio Ghibli Sunset City.
but like but to piggyback off of
I did-
Dylan's point. Oh, going ahead.
I did think about like commissioning someone for like a Studio Ghibli one. Pay a real artist. Don't use some computer.
Oh yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
yeah, of course.
But yeah, no, I'm glad we're all here. We all look great. But I wanted to piggyback off of Dylan's point about Nintendo. The thing is that I think Nintendo doesn't have anybody that is just straight up a gamer on their team. Like they don't have a Reggie
Gamers.
anymore. You know what I mean? They don't have like a Reggie Fils-Aimé or anyone
They've
else
lost
that like
the human element has been suspiciously gone for a long time. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Would
I
it
wanted to
also be
say
fair to say Satoru Iwata?
Yeah,
Oh, for
yeah,
sure.
him too.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
thing I was
absolutely.
saying,
I
at
mentioned
the
they
end
him
obviously
earlier, yeah.
couldn't control that, but like what I was saying is that Reggie had to convince Nintendo, even back in the Wii era where they were doing bad with the GameCube. Reggie had to convince Nintendo to pack in Wii Sports into the Wii, like as
And it's a
packing
brilliant
game.
move.
Well, absolutely, but like it just shows that Nintendo like has always had this air of like ignorant confidence is what I
Yes.
kind of like to call it. Like,
Like
they've always been
complacency.
kind of like, yeah. Well,
I don't know if it is ignorance anymore. Like I feel like they won. You know?
I was about to say. I think the thing with Nintendo,
I mean, yeah.
the thing with Nintendo is they've got the cream of the crop when it comes to developers, designers. They've got real trailblazers, actual fucking pioneers in the gaming industry working there, and they know it. So they can really nickel and dime all of it. Like, you know, it's like a fucking salt-based steak costs like, what, $500? Can't be worth it for that fucking steak, but it's got the reputation. It's got the reviews, you know? And that's the thing is Nintendo have that. And of course it's going to go to their heads. The only way you can really stop
Nintendo
this...
Switch has games.
The only way you can really stop this is by just holding out a little bit, to be honest. Like, so...
I don't think it's going to change anything,
drop.
though.
I don't know. Like, you'd have to do it en masse, and that's not going to happen. But that being
Yeah,
said,
we're
if there are
we're
we
at a-
not? I feel gaslit. Are we not in the middle of a financial crisis? What's with all the people being day one buyers? What's going on?
I mean, yeah, no.
That's just usually how the hype is with these systems. There are people who are legitimately going to go out of their way to buy it day one. It's why
Hollywood
you can't really
elites.
Content creators.
Hollywood elites, influencers
Yeah.
who are just
Trey, yeah,
fuck
me,
ups.
yeah, Trey Nobles, yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Hey Trey, can you get me a console as well?
Yeah,
Trey,
oh,
can you get me a
absolutely.
console with those Hollywood wages?
It's pop anytime, and you can,
How am
you
I
can
the
come over
one
to
who
my
lives in
place.
California but Trey's the Hollywood elite?
Yeah, it's
know-
Well, anyways, FOMO is a big thing, like the fear
Oh,
of missing
yeah.
out. I like that. That's. I mean, it's the reason why Fortnite makes money, and all that other stuff.
It's a reason why limited run games still exist, no matter how shitty their product comes out, because people are afraid that they'll miss out on it. I'm just gonna say, if you're buying a Switch game and you and you want the limited run release, screw them. Go to like Play Asia or something. You'll import it, but it's gonna be the same thing.
But I will say, importing now, and again, we don't want to really go in this thing. Importing is going to be a big fucking. It's going to be a hurdle because of like all the tariffs and percentages and shit like that.
Yeah,
And the Switch 2 is going to be region locked again, I think. So
it is.
Let me just say this. I know that is usually a topic we tend to steer from, or steer away from in the podcast. Even if we make like a quick joke, we drop it immediately. But with something like this, it's going to be affecting us when it comes to purchasing games and enjoying our hobbies, because, well, that electronics just happens to be one of the things.
And our jobs.
Getting that one, especially for us who make videos on the internet about these games. Of course, it's going to be more expensive to even do our jobs. So
yeah, like
that.
That's the thing, is that like this, and we're mainly talking about it from like a gamer's perspective. Obviously, it affects everything, but like to keep
a gamer
it in
and
line,
an American's perspective.
But to keep it, I guess to keep it on track, that way we don't deviate too bad into like a political discussion or whatever. This does affect the gaming stuff directly, basically.
Yes,
that's what Frank was saying. Like, so we kind of can't avoid it. We can't avoid it. We kind of have to talk about it, and it sucks. Also, apparently the original Switch 2 prices weren't even really taking tariffs into account entirely, and they have.
Did you guys sound off on what you thought of the original price? Like, were you guys okay with it?
So what, the price of the Switch 2? Like just the OJ?
The original price.
So okay, because
that's a good
thing.
point.
The main thing I've been having big umbrage with is how much nickel and diming has been going on. Things like selling a Legend of Zelda port at full price when it's a game that released on 2 console generations ago. Inexcusable. Things like the upgrading fee. Inexcusable. Things like $80 for a game is proof that games have gotten too big and we need to scale it back. And then I was also going to say, just real quick before you say anything, I was going to say, like, we've been waiting for GameCube to come to Nintendo Switch Online for a while, yet it's coming exclusively to Switch 2. You're playing hardball, because if you mean to tell me that the Switch 1 can't handle GameCube, which it can, I'm just joking, like, come on, Nintendo, don't be so overly difficult about this. You got the best designers in the world, but you're not men of the people, that's for sure.
Okay. So is it confirmed that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are going to be like full price?
It's $70 if you're not buying the upgrade.
Without the upgrade or with the upgrade?
Without the upgrade. No, I mean, no, if you buy the Switch 2 version, that is the upgrade. Like, you can buy it alone, but if you have the game, you can pay $20 and upgrade it.
Oh my god.
That's so dumb to me, because
it sounded like you physically had damage. That was like physical damage you took.
Oh my god, $20? Why?
I've never heard Frank make that noise before.
It did sound like
that sounded like someone came into your room and like hit you in the back of the head, dude.
It sounded like you'd been punched in the kidney. Like,
I might as well.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is that kills me is that like Nintendo isn't necessarily even like shying away from doing this kind of shit in the past. The only outlier was Metroid Prime Remastered, which was $40, and it was fucking awesome. I love that game.
It's weird that
I wish they just would have done more of that. But Skyward Sword was full-blown 60, and that was just simulation, basically. Yeah, I don't know. But like
Skyward Sword Skyward Sword should have at least been 50. I know 40 would be ideal, but I feel like they did enough
WarioWare
with
was
the game
50.
that could justify the extra 10.
And I think the thing is, the base price of the console is about what I expected. $450 sounds about right. I mean,
like,
to be honest,
that's not shocking.
The thing is, They never convert the prices over to pounds either, so it'll be $450 and it'll be £450. Although that's not taking tariffs into account. It will probably be £450, which I think is a bum rap because like that's the thing with like the PS5 Pro was like it's $700 in America, $700 in the UK. $700 in the UK is like $900 basically. £700 is like £900. So it's like £900 for the PS5 Pro approximately. I haven't done the exact maths on that in a while, so my memory's a little hazy. But yeah. I will say $450 for a console is a lot, but it's also not radically more than I was expecting it to be. Like my PS5...
I think what it is that with the tech that they're putting into this, with not only just the Joy-Cons, but with like how powerful they claim it's going to be, I can kind of justify that. If you're getting like a very powerful machine and you could take it with you on the go, I think $450 is it's up there, but it's like I can live with that.
I mean,
with the
like,
current economical thing going on,
right?
That's gonna make it less appealing.
But yeah, it's just the other thing is like my PS5 cost me $340, and it's like so that's like over 100 less than the Switch 2.
I think it's also just like the fact that you can take it with you, and I like if ideally if the Switch 2 was $400 flat rate, no brainer. Like I would get that immediately.
Oh, that'd be an instant buy.
Yeah, instant buy, and that's what I thought it was going to be. $450. I was like, okay, it's up there, but then I think like Steam Deck,
I thought
Steam Deck is
basically.
Steam Deck is like Steam Deck's $400 for the base model, but $600 for like higher storage or something like that. So it's like, okay, I understand it's $450.
It's a competitive price ultimately with other handheld devices.
But with Steam, you also get Steam Library that it can be played on your PC as well as the Steam Deck. Like in conjunction with each other, you get Steam deals all the fucking time. So games don't even cost all that much, like in general. Like so you make up for that with the software being very accessible. And also if you already had a PC beforehand, you already have like a ton of games to play from the get-go with the Steam Deck. With Switch,
they're all backwards compatible for the most part.
Yeah, with Switch, like sure you have backwards compatibility with Switch 1 stuff, but in terms of getting anything new, it is going to be like it's going to be a thing where you have to put it on credit for like every game basically, and that's even before they even took tariffs into account because this was digital prices as well, and digital prices aren't affected by like imported goods.
I'm gonna go sell an antique wedding ring to afford 2 Switch games.
So I would not be surprised if we see even more adoption of digital games. Which I know a lot of people are digital only, but I guarantee. Right. Also, did you hear that they were that people are trying to scalp the very specific SD card you need for it?
Oh, the
EX whatever.
Yeah, there's like a micro SD card. You can't use the one that you have for your Nintendo Switch. There's like a very specific one you need, and people are already wanting to scalp.
Did I miss that?
Where did they say that? In the direct, they said that micro SD EX cards are the only ones that are compatible with Switch 2. The original micro SD,
any of those.
I think XP, the original micro SD, like I guess like XP like cards that you could use for Switch 1 are not compatible with Switch 2.
Yeah.
Great. So my 1 terabyte micro SD card is not going to work in the Switch 2. That's cool.
I think this is more and more evidence that I think the gaming games are getting so big and over the top that they're not really sustainable for a consumer market anymore. Like these are all investments now, and it's like that's not what gaming should be. Like, thank God for Fortnite is all I'm gonna say. But because otherwise you're gonna have nothing to play on that thing. Like,
I will say I don't know if it's necessarily just like games are getting bigger because sure games have always been like way too bloated for their own good. Like, and I feel like games need to downscale anyways. But companies are companies, and they're going to charge what they feel like they're going to charge regardless of the size of a game. And I feel like now, here's the thing that's fucked up about this that not many people are talking about. Now, even if the tariffs are reversed, companies are going to use tariff policies as a scapegoat to jack up prices, even if it doesn't affect them. So it's a thing where we're going to get screwed over, even if the tariffs are completely done with.
Well, basically, it's going to be rough, everyone.
Like, I've already seen it with some people who were just like, yeah, try to buy like a 2023 Nissan, and it got upcharged $5,000 because they said it was tariffs. Like, people can just do that. Like, companies just do that. and it's disgusting. But that's the thing. Companies are just greedy by nature. They have to make money. And now that we're in an economical fucking crisis, like companies are just going to find any excuse possible to jack up the prices.
Speaking
of which, now people are talking about like GTA possibly being like $100.
Well, speaking of which, we're going to have to put a pause on this because we've reached the end of the allotted time for this stream, I'm afraid. We're going to have to raise $100 in Super Chats before we can continue. In the meantime, we'll just...
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
$100 in Super Chats.
When did we start doing the DSP grift? Come on, guys. Can we get a vest streak going?
What is this?
I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
We didn't discuss this. This was not part of the Family Guy joke.
Be quiet. It's Tariffs. Be quiet.
Hey,
yeah.
Peter. I don't think that's how that works.
Shut up, Frank. There's a tariff on your freedom of speech. Be quiet.
I mean, give it enough time, there will be.
Well, anyway.
Anyways,
you should do Leroy Jenkins.
We did mention earlier the Crossworlds thing. And it's quite funny because, I looked at that Mario Kart teaser and I was like, whoa, this is revolutionary in 2 different ways. This is crazy. But then I was like, at that price, maybe I didn't need an open world Mario Kart which comes with a free
I got Burnout
dog
Paradise, you know.
Maybe I don't need...
Cars, the video game.
Yeah, maybe I don't need like a bottle of Mountain Dew attached to the game box that I can drink at any time, and maybe I don't need the unicorns. Maybe I'm happy with just the way things are right now. But the thing is as well, like Xbox and PlayStation have made great efforts to accommodate for the people that stuck with PS4 and Xbox One. They have actually...
especially Xbox.
To their credit, they've made efforts to make sure that everything is backwards compatible to some extent. So it's almost like the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles are just an upgrade. Like they're a luxury and stuff. Admittedly, not everything is on there. You've got some exclusives. But with Nintendo, there's so much really hardball in this. Like, I was really shocked to see that the GameCube thing was going to be switched to exclusive and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, they are hard selling the fuck out of this, and they're not even sorry about it. Like, they're like, we can go there. We know we can go there.
Clearly.
How else are you going to play Mario? How else are you going to play Yoshi? How else are you going to play Kirby? Like, we've got a whole corner of the game thing on lock. Yeah, if you can emulate a Nintendo Switch 2. They can barely emulate the Nintendo Switch 1.
The best memories, happiest times of my life.
Nah, just GameCube. Like,
if I need to play GameCube, Dolphin, my beloved.
But, you know, there is a silver lining here. Is that...
Oh, God, they might go after it.
Oh, really?
Every time I feel that pang of FOMO, I'm just going to pick up one of the games that's on my Switch 1 that I haven't played. Because I've got so many that I got in, like, that's what I'm saying. Christmas sales and stuff. It's like, look, pup, you've got games. The great thing about this is I never grew up with Nintendo. I like Nintendo now because I like my Nintendo Switch. That was my first Nintendo console. So I like it. I like that stuff. But I didn't grow up with it, so I didn't grow an attachment to it. So if I have to wait a bit, I don't need to rush out to buy the new Mario. I can wait. I can wait, and I'm gonna wait.
That's how I felt with the PlayStation 5, because I mean, despite the fact that there isn't really any exclusives for it, because everything that was exclusive was timed exclusive.
Yeah, then
I was just like, I don't. I was like, I don't need this at the moment, and I didn't grow up with PlayStation. I grew up more so with Nintendo and Xbox, like more so Nintendo. But even then, I grew up with Nintendo and I love it. But like, I'm with you. I have a back catalog of games that I could probably just pick up and finish. I've been playing through all the Phantasy Star games that I've gotten over the years.
Hell yeah.
You know,
another cool thing is that Sony have also. Great. I don't know if they're doing this in America as well, but Sony have announced a PlayStation 5 rental service, which is official. It's legitimate stuff. So it's like you can pay
rent the console.
Yeah, I think it's like you can pay like $25 a month. And then just rent a console. So, put it this way. I have my PS5 because I wanted to play Spider-Man. And I keep it because I think I'm going to want to play Spider-Man 3 when it drops. But at the same time, I'm thinking... Marvel Spider-Man 2 is available on Steam Deck. Could I not sell my PS5?
It is true.
And then when Spider-Man 3 comes out... Okay, good. I can rent a PS5. And then I can just get it on Steam when it comes out later down the line. Like, that way I can get it out of my system. So, I've got it played, you know? Yeah.
My question is whether or not that will actually be playable enough on a Steam Deck, because that is a selling point for like the game consoles. They're like more affordable machines that could play these games.
They're optimized for
much higher quality.
It's true, yeah. Like for the amount of power you get out of a PS5, you'd have to buy a very expensive PC.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say that like my PC is not even like it's barely on par with the PS5 like base.
Well, I mean, that's-
but it
that's
does the job that I need it to anyways because I play in 1080p. I don't know, but like I'm impressed with the Switch 2 for its capabilities because I was watching like some videos on it because I'm still interested in it. I'm still
Packing
interested
all
in
that
the
into
tech.
such a small
too.
little
And-
thing as well. And also, real quick, I wasn't actually going to sell it and buy a Steam Deck. The plan was to sell the PS5 and buy an actual computer rig and stuff that I can do Blender and
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
as well. So, folks, if you want to buy a PS5 signed by the big 100k YouTuber channel pup that's had his fingers and
Yeah.
dick all over it, you can get it for like $858
What?
bucks. No
I
tariffs.
will
fuck
say
you.
Enjoy.
Fuck you.
I will say right now, if you do plan getting a PC, just get components used because again, like the percentages of everything in tariffs. And I'm mainly speaking to the American stuff. I don't know if the UK is really affected by it, but like if the chips that are made in Taiwan are upcharged 46%, and the PC components just as a whole is gonna just cost a lot more.
I mean, do I
So
need to worry
if you
about
do-
this or am I good?
I
don't know
you
if
should
you-
be good.
I think you should be good, but I will
This is-
say I know that
England,
be pre-
England, England,
Be
I know
prepared.
England.
Yeah,
Make a
I love
I
better
was
me
just
case
saying
for
sausage
doing it.
rolls. I love me curry.
Okay,
I love me
okay,
footy and
Pup.
chips.
Pup, I'm gonna give you another thing to be proud of. You know how I've always joked about like or every now and then I'll joke about like British food having no flavor or being weird or something.
Okay.
I've been watching these videos by this one guy who's making pub food, and honestly, a lot of it just looks so fucking good.
Oh, pub grub is great, man. We got pub
Yeah,
grub.
I
we
love
got
that.
pies. We got sausage and chips.
I'm just but like
doesn't-
back to
that doesn't sound as good. You guys might need to just adopt fries.
Chips and rice.
like-
No. Chips is you dingus.
Don't they already
I
have
know,
those?
I know,
Yeah,
but
there's
like the
all-
terminology,
I-
like you just need to start calling them fries so it can
Oh,
rhyme.
get good.
here's how we can fix the video game market. We need affordable games. We need hardware that is capable but doesn't have a lot of
Step
fancy
one
bells
is
and
already
whistles on it.
impossible. Like
Well, let me finish. We need affordable games, which means that like games don't have to be these massive fucking like grandiose, like titles. They can just be a fun time. We need hardware that's capable but isn't like over bloated with features that are either not going to be used or used barely. I say Sega, this is your time to drop the Dreamcast 2. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's gonna,
I'm just saying.
That's gonna be hit. That's gonna be hit by the tariff. You know that, right?
I was also saying, if I wanted to buy
Make it in America.
if
Sega of America, make it.
if I wanted to buy a Switch 2, I could always just I'm playing a character right now, by the way. Stop smoking pot for like 13 months, and then I would have enough for the Switch 2. But why?
Fuck it, the world sucks.
I mean, when you
Why-
put it like
why-
that, that's actually like it's kind of amazing.
I'm gonna be real. I think like why would I play Mario Kart and drive on Rainbow Road on a screen when I can smoke something and turn the whole world into Rainbow Road? You know? Remember that time?
Honestly,
I've
I think
never
you're
smoked
selling
something
it.
that has given me visual hallucinations.
I mean,
I don't
it's
think
not-
I've ever
Bubs.
had that happen.
It's not
Pup,
quite
that
that
just
way,
sounds like
but-
an amazing that just sounds like an amazing sales pitch. I don't know if I should be impressed or terrified.
Wait. No,
No,
so
I think
it's not okay. So Dylan, it's not a hallucination, but like sometimes when I'm down at the river and I'm having some, I'm like the river's turned into chocolate because it's nighttime and the purple sky reflects off of it and stuff like that. But then also like, remember when I sent you that video of me getting fucking baked and I was like, it looks like the river's textures haven't loaded incorrectly. I know this is a game from 2005, but this is just ridiculous.
I do remember that.
Pup, I have a question about this whole like PS5 rental thing. Is it like rent to own, like where you can rent it and then after a certain amount of time? Damn,
Yes.
that would have been so cool.
Yeah, you
That
could
would've
rent
been
it
way
like
better.
a long ass amount of time and end up paying more than you would if
I
you just
would-
bought one.
But like that is like an accessibility thing, and plus like considering that
It would have been a
at
great
least-
option.
Yeah, and most of us here like make videos talking about video games and stuff. That could be tax write off, basically.
okay, so-
If
Oh
you
hell
think
yeah,
to it.
absolutely.
Okay, so it's Sony announces UK PS5 rental scheme from £11 a month. So,
Damn. Wait,
so if
11,
you-
11 pounds.
yeah, if you rent a digital only PS5, it's £11 a month.
Never mind.
If you rent a PS5 with a disc drive, it's £12 a month. And you can stump up £19 a month to rent a PS5 Pro. If you want a PSVR 2, it's £18.50 a month. Or you can pay $20 a month if you want access to Horizon Call of the Mountain as well. Meanwhile, PlayStation Portal is $6.50 a month. So let's see how long it would take to actually just pay a PS5 off full-time on the rental. Let's say you rented a disc drive one because only a loser would get the digital one. Okay,
Yeah.
So 350 divided by... Hang on.
I conquered all the
350.
chippies.
I'm
never
never
gonna
gonna stop. Chips and beans and gravy. I ate the fucking lot. So yeah, if
Pepperoni
you...
pizza.
I'd say take
and
like 5
chicken
years, right?
vindaloo, you'd need 29 months. So after 29 months... I mean, to be fair, that's actually not terrible. By 29 months, you would have
long
paid it
time.
off.
That's like longer than anyone really cares about.
Yeah, like
Like when you think about it, like that's a long ass time, 29 months.
That's
I might as well just buy. I might as well
That's
just
like
try
that's
to
like
do it.
that's like 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's 2.5
Yeah.
years. That's about
Yeah.
as long as the generation's gonna last anyway.
This PS5 is part of my family now. I can't let it go.
To be
Yeah,
honest, I'm
One
kind of happy
thing,
to own one
I don't
as well.
know why
Like,
I bought a PS5 with no games to buy.
the thing is, part of me doesn't want to sell the PS5 at all as well, because part of me is just like, I kind of just like having the hardware as well. Like, one day this is going to be like the
Yeah,
Sega
see,
Saturn
like-
Tray.
Oh,
They
so,
don't. If you already have
and then
it,
you're gonna
you're
have
not-
a day where it's
so
like,
almost
oh,
like
I
an
wanna...
instrument, you might say, like a musician with an instrument.
No, instruments are
perhaps.
stupid and dumb, and anyone that plays them is an idiot.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna
saw
just
the-
jump off this cliff.
Pup was asserting before
He's
that
gonna merge without
instrument
looking.
does not matter. It is the person specifically.
Yeah, I was making it was a joke, Dylan. I was saying to Trey.
No, you were serious.
No, Trey, I was kind of convinced him
Oh, yeah,
to
he
move
was
to the
serious.
UK. And he was like, but my instruments, oh. And I was like, my flatmate has instruments that you can play. He's like, oh, it's not the same. I need my instruments. Like, oh, all instruments are the same. Grow up.
Oh no, it's not the same. Oh.
Oh,
I
it's not
mean-
the same. Oh, my guitar strings.
I mean, it's okay.
My
Well,
guitar
okay, let's
strings
do
hurt.
this. Let's do this. Let's do this.
What kind of
All
guitar
right, with
strings
that
do you have
argument.
then, huh?
Can't
There's-
yeah, like
strum my
13
guitar
gauge.
strings.
They're
Try strumming this
painful.
dick.
There's 3 types of strings. There's
I
bronze,
said two
there's
that I was
steel,
aware of.
There's bronze, there's
Nylon.
steel, and then there's nylon.
Nylon, yeah.
Nylon.
I only knew of nylon and steel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bronze,
than I knew.
think, is more so like acoustic guitar strings.
used for acoustic
Um,
guitars. Oh.
But
As someone who has played guitar only for a short period of time.
Someone who's played Guitar Hero once.
Oh, and I also
That's-
played Guitar Hero. I
I
could play on Mean Through the Fire and Flames.
oh no, fucking okay, this also affects the fucking like there's a company that's making new Guitar Hero guitars. Just
Oh,
full
yeah,
stop.
yeah.
They're called Correct. Now that's gonna be upcharged. Fuck me! No! No!
He's not going to
I
play
wanted to
Fortnite
get that.
Festival now.
There's
Ah!
Crash
quality
it
of life over there is kind of suffering, huh? Who could have
Ugh,
predicted
yeah,
that?
no.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're
How?
a select few, unless you're just one of the select few individuals, things are getting rough.
This is like if there's any
Can't believe
American
the Family
company
Guy
out there-
special is the one that makes me feel the most emotionally devastated. Crazy.
We're
We-
we're on the emotional episode. A pup got ran over, and we're trying to bring him back.
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Wait, one of you's got to yell, "Pup, look out!"
Pup, look out!
I really want to get a PNG of a car now. The thing is, none of
The
this is
number of
funny to the
YouTube
audience.
shorts I have already thought of.
All right. Well,
One of them, one of these shorts, I will need Dylan's help for.
So
Okay.
basically, the general consensus then is the new era of gaming has arrived, and it fucking like it doesn't feel
At the
very
worst
good.
possible time.
I feel even worse about the world than I did before.
Well, why don't we talk about something that brings nothing but smiles and laughter?
Drugs.
The Cars video game is also a free roaming racing video game for the PS2.
Oh, and it's $90?
I
no.
like Cars
Holy
2
hell!
on the DS.
Holy hell! I mean, because the thing is, like, yeah, when I saw the trailer for
contradiction.
Mario Kart World the first time, I was like, man, they got an open world here, and fucking Sonic Crossworlds can barely fit 12 races on a track. And its big gimmick is second lap different, go brrr. But then I was like, oh yeah, but it doesn't cost very much, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, no.
Different, go burr.
I did see the tweet
ring.
that I believe it was on the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account where they mentioned like, oh, it's a big day for racing fans, and here's the one that you can play with everyone on no matter
That's
the
what
platform.
we were saying
like,
about like Sonic
you
is
might
back.
want to be careful with. You might want to be careful gloating about that social media team. Last time you gloated about a game, it was during one
Mighty
of your worst
Number
times.
9. But to be fair,
The
whole
boom
thing,
era.
Yeah, but the whole thing with the Mighty Number 9 thing as well was like, weren't they kind of punching down as well? Because that was just a little Kickstarter thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was punching down because of the Kickstarter.
The
but
biggest Kickstarter
was,
that ever happened. Yeah.
The Kickstarter was like the guy who was like in front of the whole thing was like the or who was representing the whole thing.
KJ
was
Inafune, the guy that made Mega Man.
KJ Inafune, the guy didn't really make Mega Man, but like he is the guy you associate most with him.
At the end of the day, though, what I will say is Sonic giving sass to Mario, no matter where Sonic's at, will always be funny. Even if he's a little scrapper, even if his games are shit, and he's just that one little fat dude that thinks he can beat the pro wrestler. It's just fun to watch, you know? I mean, but to be fair, they're hot off the back of Shadow Generations. Like, and that was a real win for him. Like, the year of Shadow for Sonic was a huge win. Like, hats off to them. They navigated that beautifully.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying be careful with the whole gloating thing, because
don't release Sonic Forces. That's the lesson to be taken here.
This will blow up in your face if you release the next game and it's shit.
I think it's cool what they've done here, though. Like, Crossworlds, we'll see. I wasn't massively blown away by the beta. I was actually quite disappointed in it. But, like, we'll see. It's a beta for a reason, you know? Maybe
I think another thing to take into account is that Sega has always been like the for the people like console, like even back in the 90s. Like
the people, they always have been.
They're a bit more of the people. I mean, even to the point of like the fan community stuff is not being
actually, to be
fucking
fair,
decimated.
Something I want to throw out there. What if, knowing Sega's history of legal proceedings, if they tried to sue a fan game creator, they'd probably end up losing the rights to Sonic.
I don't know.
Given how good of a job Sega has done at keeping hold of
it. Fair.
It seems like you guys haven't updated the trademark in 50 years. That's interesting.
Actually, somehow this fan game dev has a better lawyer than you, and he's won the court case. He now has the rights to Sonic. Congratulations, Sonic Omens 2 is happening.
Honestly, in the past, it would have been like, that's a good thing.
For good.
But now I'm looking forward to, like, I don't know. I feel like Sega.
What I'm saying is that I don't think Sega, being a little bit more confident, like, especially when it comes to like, what their strengths are, I don't think it's going to really bite them in the asses. Like, and here's the thing, Sonic Forces is a better fucking game than Mighty Number 9. You know what I mean? So it's not like that was even a net loss on that thing either.
Number 9.
I think it's a thing where it's like, it's okay, but like, it's just, it's just Mega Man diet, basically. So it's like whatever. But like
so it's like a bunch of indie games that exist now where it's like it's something like Mega Man, but not really.
It's Mega Man like.
Yeah.
The only difference is that with Mighty Number 9, I say it as an insult. With the indie games, I say it as a compliment.
Yeah. But like Sega, like the commercial that's always referenced is the one where they're like, it's like, oh yeah, like the sales pitch is trying to sell the Super Nintendo, that's $199, but the Genesis is $149, and the sales pitch is like, yeah, look at the Super Nintendo, it looks great, and the guy behind the camera is like, yeah, but what about this? This is cool, and he's fast and everything. That's awesome, and it costs a lot less.
Yeah, like that's still.
They knew their fan base before their fan base existed.
I want them to do that again, but for Sonic Cross Worlds. That would be.
Take it further, right? The most baller thing they could possibly do is reduce the price by $5 and advertise it as like, it only costs $55 or whatever it's going to cost.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have pissed Nintendo off right now. They're releasing like 7 games on the Switch 2 already.
They do have Yakuza 0.
Or you can buy this brand new Sonic Racing Cross Worlds for an all new price of $54.99.
Like
Yeah.
the Sonic
Most
team
of them are
will
like-
piss them off
yeah.
with an ad campaign, and Nintendo will be like, "No, Patooey, I don't want your games on my console. No,
Oh
Patooey."
I
no,
think-
I'm Nintendo,
Put
and
two
I
into the
made me
whole
mad
thing.
with commercial.
Oh,
think
the
your
next Sonic game is
commercial- I watched your commercial. And it was really
Yeah,
good.
the-
funny. You said
the
really
next Sonic game's not going to be
things.
bottlenecked by the Switch 2.
Oh, Sonic is so
We'll
Or
actually
will
be able to have draw distance. Oh,
Oh, look at
Up-
me, 120
oh.
FPS in 4K. Ooh.
Sonic Frontiers
Oh.
should be one of the games that's upgraded on the Switch 2.
oh, for sure.
No, but then
it
I want an
absolutely
upgrade
needs
on it. Then I want an upgrade on the PS5 as well while they're at it, just for being a dick.
I want more than just 60 FPS.
How
And
about-
it's funny because this is a game. This game I
You
don't give a
want-
shit about.
How
Go
about
to
we get a
120.
fully fledged remake of Sonic Frontiers, but now with graphics?
A remake.
Yeah. No.
A remake's
now with-
fucking crazy. I need a remake of Sonic Frontiers like
now
they did
with
with Last
now
of
with
Us.
6th gen graphics.
I mean, to be fair, Last of Us remade like The Last of Us like within like the span of like 7 years, like 3 times.
The thing
so
is, though, to be
it's
fair, the
not
Sonic
completely out of
franchise
the.
being such an ongoing thing, it would be so hilarious if one game later the game gets remade.
That is funny, but like
This game was very widely accepted at the time, so we decided to bring it back for a
It
new
was-
generation.
It was really, I mean, that's Disney. That's fucking Disney. You just described Disney.
Before it goes back
Yeah.
into the Disney vault forever.
Please give me the live action Sonic
Yeah.
Forces remake.
They should bring
I
back the
think
guy
I-
for a commercial for Sonic
ugh.
Mania.
Now with
Oh,
Wade.
the guy
I
who did
really-
what was his name? Nathan Barnett or something like who did like
Nathan
the
Drake.
Sonic Mania commercial.
I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nathan
you
Barnett.
You can
Yep.
buy this new game where you can use finger guns and stuff. It's got all
No,
new explosions and
I
high
think-
tech. What's up?
Oh, I was just gonna say, I agree. Like, I think in terms of like relating this back to Sonic, I feel like they afford themselves to be a little bit cheeky. And I'm not saying they have to straight up just like decimate or insult, but like, I feel like now they're in a spot to where it's just like, they can poke a little bit of fun. Like,
At
hey,
the end of the
like,
day, like with Nintendo, you've got the greatest developers in the world, but the shittiest fucking management. And then with Sega, the developers, you got graduates fresh from clown college and like pretty solid leadership overall. That's actually a joke. The clown no, they're not gonna actually go there. But what I mean is like the quality is much lower on Sega products than it is on Nintendo products. Typically, where Sonic's concerned anyway. I
mean,
don't
yeah,
know
like,
what
even
another
then,
game
like,
is.
Objectively, yeah.
That doesn't really count for all Sega releases. That's just mostly the Sonic stuff that's kind of so.
I mean, like Yakuza 0 on Switch 2 does run at 4K 60. Like I saw like a video where they were talking about that. So like that's insane. Actually,
Like Yakuza
thinking
from
about that.
RGG, you got Atlas with Persona and Shin Megami Tensei. Like you have solid releases coming from Sega. It's just the Sonic stuff that's it really depends on if they're giving it their all or not.
Yeah, it's hit and miss.
Hey, if they continue, like if they take the Shadow Generations path and just continue on that, I feel like we'll be in a better spot. In fact,
Oh,
I
we're
think
gonna be good.
I think like Sega even lends it to themselves to not necessarily like scale back, but not go as like ball-bustingly massive as Nintendo and obviously Rockstar is being with like their releases and shit. You know what I mean? Like I think they really could play their cards right and be like the game company like for the people in this time,
They
where
could
it's
be
like
the next
entertainment
Ouya.
isn't. Yeah.
God.
I don't know if you want
now-
to do that, but
I was gonna stop Trey and say like, well, and also don't forget, this is still a corporation. They are not your friends.
My
but being
favorite-
friendly would be nice.
My favorite part of the Ouya conference thing when they like revealed stuff was when the lady pitching it literally did the thing I would do. Which is where she's pitching it saying, "Oh, we are the only console to have a touchpad on the gamepad and stuff." And then the guy corrects her and goes, "Actually, the PlayStation 4 has that." And she just responds, "That's true," and then quickly moves on and changes the subject.
sure.
That is the kind of
That's
thing
true.
I'd fucking do. That's me coding.
I would double down on it and be like, no, we're the only one that matters.
Or
Nope,
Yeah.
this
Or
is what
I
management told me, and I'm sticking with it.
Or I'd just say no and wave it off. Just like, no.
You know,
Nope.
Again,
so like,
I would add to that and say no. We're the only ones that matter.
No is funny, actually.
And then just
No
watch
is
it
really
blows up in
funny.
our face.
When it's a fact that you can prove, like, no.
yeah.
Well, it's like the Sonic CD is a racing game thing all over again, isn't it? Like,
I mean,
No.
only in like one
No.
level.
Sonic CD.
But like,
no.
But like, what is it? Honestly, like, in terms of the Ouya, yeah, like we're joking about it, but like a company has done the same thing and they've been kind of successful, and that's the Evercade. I don't know if y'all have heard of that,
So
but
what
it's
you're
the
saying is
Evercade
that
I've heard of
Ouya
it.
fucking rocks.
And no, what I'm saying
Ouya-
is that they fucked up in terms of making it a home for indie games and shit like that. The Evercade is that though. Like the
The
Evercade
Ouya
is this,
stumbled
like,
so the Evercade can walk and then eventually run.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
me,
exactly.
I'm Trey, and I invested in the Ouya. Oh.
Do you have an
not
Evercade?
invested in the Ouya. I don't. I'm planning on getting one.
Trey has a fucking
pretty soon.
Ouya, guys. He's got.
I do not have an
Dude,
Ouya.
I
Ouya,
would have
look
loved
at
to
me,
have had.
Ouya.
Oh, look at me.
I would have loved to have had an
day one.
Ouya like a couple
Oh.
years ago.
No,
Like
you're
a-
not getting me. Ooh, yeah, look at me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at me. Oh yeah, look at me. I got an
Ouya.
Ouya. Look at me. Oh, I got an Ouya. Look at me. And you just
See
keep
how-
repeating
see
it
how funny
because
that
you just
joke
keep
is?
saying Ouya. Yeah,
It's so funny. It makes
Very
me want to merge
little,
without looking.
very little
Yeah.
humor.
yeah. It's about as funny.
We
as it
apologize
really
to the
got
audio
gagged.
listeners. We apologize to you,
um,
listeners.
No,
But
they
yeah,
were
no,
here
what-
on purpose. I don't apologize for it.
Wait, on porpoise?
They were here on
Porpoise.
purpose.
they
meant to
were
be.
here on,
That's a hell of an
they were here
entrance.
on, they were here on porpoise.
That's awesome.
That is one hell of an entrance I would love to see.
Can we get like
but
a
like to tie it-
banner of Dylan riding on the back of a fucking whale?
I feel like you're
That
not
would
even
go
able to see
fucking
me.
That would fucking go hard.
That'd be
The whale's
sick,
so
actually.
large.
Nah,
I-
change it from a whale to Whalelord, the Pokemon.
A narwhal. A literal fucking narwhal.
But like,
Yeah.
I guess to bring my point back, what I'm saying is that like, in this time that we're going that everyone's going through at the moment, it like we have to basically support like indies almost exclusively, in my opinion. It's the only games that are going to be accessible, and I feel
But
like with
they're all
Sega,
bad.
they could.
I'm joking.
No, they're not.
You're-
I'm
you're
joking.
not playing-
They're all,
See, Pup,
they're
this
all
is what happens when
8-bit
you pay
and
the. This is what
2D.
happens when you buy the AI slop. You buy the real games.
No, I actually saw
Yeah.
someone saying, "Why would anyone want to buy a Nintendo anyway when we can play real games on my PS5?" And I'm like, "Ha! What you mean?
What-
Photorealistic graphics, but you walk forward for the majority of it?
You mean no games?
Press A to."
No,
You mean Astrobot and that's it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Astrobot.
play Astrobot and that's it.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is fucking sick, and so is Spike.
Yeah, but it's on
No,
PC.
but it's on PC.
See, the PS5 has no games. Even though
Yeah,
I don't have a
PS5 has
PC to run
games.
it, the PS5 just has no games.
I have a PC to run it, and yeah, the PS5
I don't.
has no games.
Like,
Yeah.
I could run
I'm
like
Trey. I've got a PC that can run Ratchet and Clank.
oh
Rift
fucking
Apart.
Hollywood elite over
think-
here.
I think. Well, I mean, if you want to upgrade your PC, now's the time to do it before all this shit happens. Like,
I'll just magically make money up here.
I mean, yeah, but
I
I mean,
I mean, we
Please
used
let me
to
know.
have
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think-
it worked for me. You know, me and my
yeah,
Hollywood
it works for
friends.
me. Yeah, obviously, I just asked my parents for money. I don't know what y'all are doing. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like with this era of like, you know, our hobbies and everything, I think it is gonna be more so just like, it's gonna lean more towards the indie side of things, where we're gonna be just like, you know, like giving those highlights and stuff like that. Like, and I feel like, funny enough, funny enough, I feel like
I bet it
Sega's
is.
gonna be one of the only like bigger companies that's gonna be making affordable software.
No,
basically,
Frank,
because
mayonnaise is not an indie game.
No, you give it enough time, it will become one.
No, I believe
like-
that.
It will, yeah.
anyways,
All right.
Yeah.
I think
No, I agree.
we've made enough Family Guy references to count this as a Family Guy special. Shall we move on to Super Chats?
yeah,
Sure.
sure,
Okay.
Good Family Guy special, everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, this Family Guy special was even better than the time we did some other stuff.
This Family Guy special is so fucking funny. It makes me want to merge without looking.
I'm gonna say I like Family Guy. Okay, that's out there. I'm a big Family Guy fan.
Shocker.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna say it. I did not understand The Godfather. I just don't get it.
Peter, it's like a perfect movie. What? You're not gonna continue it? Okay, fine.
I don't remember. I don't remember the rest of it. Okay.
It insists upon itself.
It insists upon it. Okay, that's where that came from.
Where did you think it came from?
I was saying that earlier. And I could not remember what scene that came from.
I find the Switch too shallow and pedantic. All right. Okay, super chat.
We're doing a Simpsons special next year, and I'm gonna be like, the Switch 2 only has 2 moves: shake and bake.
Didn't we say next year was gonna be Smiling Friends or a PSA?
I know.
I
just
global
wanted
incident
to.
that hasn't happened.
For Pete's sake! Oh no!
Well, I mean, that was the secret, but I
we're
guess
gonna put out a
it's not
comic series to get us canceled.
Oh, no one who's watching it now is gonna be watching by next year. Think, Dylan. We're gonna get a whole new audience.
Yeah, they're not ready for
become
the rebrand.
gentrified. Yeah, one of us is gonna get cancelled, and we're gonna have to rebrand the entire show because of it. Which one will it be?
Somehow, I think the Family Guy sprite suit Frank much more. Wait, really?
To be honest, I
Caroline's
think
kinda
this is a
accurate.
good look for you.
Frank is a family guy.
Yeah, if I
Frank
ever have
loves
a
traditional family values. There's nothing he likes more than a big family of Christian people.
Who are you even talking to? Who are you even talking about? Or to? What are you talking about?
Is it like the Ned Flanders of the fucking of the podcast?
I'm explaining it to Pub.
Howdily doodly neighboroni.
I have an image I photoshopped of like Sonic with Ned Flanders' mustache when we were somebody was talking about like Sonic being Flanderized, and that was the first thing I thought of.
That's really funny. Did you ever see the time I photoshopped Lenny from The Simpsons into Sonic?
No, I've never seen that.
Because he's got that spiky hair. I'll have to find it. It's probably on the old Sunset City page.
I am going to see if I could find the one I made.
While you do that, I'll look for the one I made, and Trey and Dylan can entertain the audience.
Oh,
I mean, sure, I guess.
Fast.
Like,
There you go. It's in the back rooms.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
We didn't advertise today's episode at all. I've just realized that.
Man, we are great.
The real ones are here for Friday, as always.
You know what's crazy is if I don't do it, it won't get done. So this is somehow you guys' fault.
You guys'
I do. No, nah.
What the fuck did I do? What are you saying fuck me for?
Fuck me, fuck you.
Yeah, what are you doing? Fuck me, fuck you.
Fuck me.
Fuck.
This is not the fuck special. It's the Family Guy special.
Yeah, we had the breeding special several episodes ago.
Yikes.
Ooh, should I get Red Dead Redemption 2 for $15?
Ooh,
what?
Nice.
Do you not remember the breeding special? It was your second episode on here. Dude, check.
No, I do remember.
Your second episode is literally the breeding special.
I remember, yeah.
Frank, do you believe me, or do you think I'm making this up?
Well, knowing you, you've probably made something up.
I'll prove it.
That's
horrible.
You know what? I got a question.
Into an AI. That's horrible.
Do you think Sonic Rumble's going to be affected by the tariffs?
It's a free game.
Do you think it's going to be affected?
I don't know. Why don't we ask Dave?
Do you think that's the reason why they have it?
Why don't we ask Dave? He's a Sonic
now.
Rumble influencer. Let's ask him.
So is Dylan. Get him.
Yeah, no one cares.
No, you don't need to get me. Fine.
No. I'm fine.
You don't need to get me. It's fine. It's okay.
It's Dave and Dylan and no one else.
See that, Frank? I was protecting you.
I literally have played Sonic Rumble.
That's good.
I played Sonic.
I've played it too. Yeah, I've played it as well.
Yeah, what is this?
I
contest?
I've played so much
I've
Sonic.
played Sonic Rumble a lot.
I literally play Sonic Rumble every day.
Literally.
I love Sonic Rumble.
I think I objectively play Sonic Rumble every day.
You like Sonic Rumble? I live Sonic Rumble, okay?
That sounds unhealthy. You should go to the doctor.
Yeah, well, why don't you go to the doctor to read the first of the super chats? Well, hey, border.
No.
Can you please read the first of the super chats, Dylan?
I think he just
Okay.
said no. He doesn't want to do his job.
You said no. You said please. That's fine.
See, just go up to the super
Alright.
chat.
Please, this way.
Mr. Krabs with the $1 says, Peter, it's Wario time / clobberin' time Friday, Peter.
Dylan, I know you're sick, but he did put it in the Wario font, so you're gonna have to say it in the Wario.
Yeah.
voice.
Wario font?
Yeah.
Peter, it's Wario time, clobbering time Friday, Peter.
The things he does for your
Now
entertainment.
can I-
this little
can I-
fucking clown guy here.
Now, can we get you to do the werehog scream?
Oh, I could do that. I could. Wait, ready?
I don't think I can do that.
Ready? All right, get ready. Ah! How's that? Is that good?
I like that it didn't come up on the microphone because you got noise
It didn't
gated.
come through at all. Yeah.
That's
All right.
awesome.
How
I
to
like
turn
when
off
Discord
noise
does that
gate.
because it's so funny.
Oh, here
It's so
we
funny
go.
when Discord does that shit.
All right, get ready.
That was just Tom's scream. I feel like anyone in your house is gonna be like, "What happened? What happened? What happened?"
No, they're used to this. I yell at them all the time.
He had an anvil drop
What
on
if
his
you have?
foot.
What if there's
Alright.
something happening? What if you need help?
No, the amount of times
Oh.
I've just marched through there going, "Shut up!"
I just got Red Dead Redemption 2 for $15. Let's go, baby. That's
Hell
what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Oh,
yeah.
and in good news, I got a fun Knuckles action figure today. This was very good. I'm happy.
Oh, do
Nice.
share. Do share.
Okay, so he is the Sonic 3 movie Knuckles in the 6-inch scale. The Knuckles was very difficult to get from the Wave 1. He just disappeared really quickly, but they released Wave 3, which has Knuckles, Gerald, and a new version of Sonic. And Knuckles in this new version does have flame fists, like the Flames of Disaster, but they are removable. You can remove those, which is good.
Oh, that's kind of
because
cool, actually.
I like it better when it doesn't look like he's dipped his fucking fists in chili sauce. So, yeah, it's... I'm just happy to have a Knuckles now.
Don't knock it till you try it.
You want to see a picture? You want to see a picture?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's show and tell. You got to show it.
Okay. All right. I'll get it out. Let's see. Look at that. It's a fucking whopper, isn't it? Is that normal though?
It's a little too pink. You might need to call a doctor.
Yeah, it's been a little itchy too.
Okay.
No, it's super. All right. Sending the picture to the group chat now. Fuck the back rooms.
I ended up getting one of those Funko Pops of Knuckles, but with the hat. I was like, "Yep, this is what I really want."
Fununko. You know what? I'll send you a picture of the whole little roundup as well. There's a whole ass
Which
roundup.
I'm
on
not
my
a
desk.
big, I'm not a big Funko Pop collector. Oh, that's cool.
He's a great figure as well. There's the whole the group. I'll put it up on the stream for the visual viewers. Audio listeners, go fuck yourselves. I didn't mean that. Why is everyone
Jesus
gone
Christ.
silent? I don't do that.
Because we were letting you live with your decision.
No, I don't like that. You have to save
All of our
me.
audio listeners and lurkers are gone. They've
You
left.
have to, no, you have to save me from these things. That's
Ooh,
the
that's
whole
cool.
point.
I like that.
What am I? I'm not your PR manager.
No, I am a pariah, and you are my PR manager.
I didn't sign up for that. I feel like if you can't be a
Have you heard the Radical
PR
Soda
manager,
stream?
you can't be PR manager
Do
for
tell.
Pariah. That's not. That's the whole point.
Yeah, so there you got the whole last gang. That is a laser cut hologram of my beloved childhood dog Toby from my mother, and you can see Tails' reflection in it. You can also see my Sonic fucking desk mat, because everything I own is Sonic, because I'm a fucking slave to a corporation.
Just the budget-friendly corporation.
Yeah, but also, like, I've seen that it is trending, drop the price in all caps, and, anyone arguing with that is an idiot, because, like, how would you not benefit from that? Like,
Yeah.
In fact, you're
Like-
losing money.
yeah, even if you disagree,
Like people.
just fucking let it ride. Don't worry about it. Like, if someone's saying drop the price, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I would love it.
That's the thing. Like, I mean, people like even if you can't afford it, like, if you
why
save
argue?
money, just
All
yeah,
wealthy
it's
Hollywood
just-
elites don't care. Oh,
yeah.
ooh.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Trey, you don't fucking care.
Also,
I am a man of the people. I'm a man of the people.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. In the same way that like so many of these big E celebrities are men of the people, and there they are with their fucking million billion
Look,
pound t-shirt on the
I'm just saying,
million billion pound trip to the fucking Maldives.
I'm just saying I would have
fuck is that?
You're going
I
on a
would've
trip to the
killed-
Maldives, Trey. You're going on a fucking trip to the
No,
Maldives.
here's the thing. I was invited to sing "Imagine" by John Lennon with the rest of the A-list celebrities that did that
It's
for
an
some
American.
fucking reason
It's an
during the
Imagine
cover.
Dragons song.
Yeah.
Imagine dragging these nuts.
No, Imagine is John
Yeah.
Lennon. Imagine all the people.
Yeah, if I Imagine
so-
Dragons.
There is one time where I thought Joe Rogan was kind of based.
Ew.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Okay,
Oh
so
no!
Why is this something you would say out loud
No,
on a
this is-
podcast, no less?
Yeah, it can't be that bad. So it was when Gal Gadot did the whole Imagine thing, and he said, "There's people dying, people losing their loved ones, and you're singing Imagine There's No Heaven. Way to go, you stupid!" And I'm not gonna say the rest of it, but yeah, so it goes.
Okay. So worst person in the world makes a good point once in a while.
Yeah,
That
no,
is a good point.
I look, I'm no big Joe Rogan fan, all right.
It's like I remember there's an Onion article that pops up every so often that says, "Terrible news, the worst person you know just made a good point."
The thing is, I don't even say that this is definitely not being said in a good way. I think I am the Joe Rogan of the Sonic podcast world. You guys are on the Joe
God.
Rogan of the Sonic podcast world.
We're on the Sunset City experience.
Yes!
Oh
I get the
no!
All right, guys.
tank
New
viewership in
podcast.
35
Dawn
seconds.
podcast starts soon.
Speed run.
Okay, no, so we need to...
Speed
Yeah,
run?
you guys are going to leave faster than the old group did. Why do you think they left?
Oh yeah.
So, okay,
Oh, I
anyway,
thought you killed them. I thought
we-
that's just what happened.
there's that too, but also, like, yeah. Like, remember those
Yeah,
times
right.
Nick
There's
went to
that as
hospital?
well. Yeah, don't forget that part.
Remember when Nick went to hospital that time on Twitter and kept telling everyone he was in hospital? Because he was.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he was. I happened to be in America at the same time. All I'm saying is there's no coincidences.
Yeah. Okay. Fair
I
enough.
gave him
Okay.
a gangrenous gallbladder.
It's like when Jade Schlatt went to England. Did you guys ever see that?
Oh, was this not
He's
when
like-
the Queen died as well?
Jay
Oh,
Schlatt was
yeah.
like in England when the Queen died, and he posts a picture on the plane, goes on my way home, and it's like he has to post the video. Guys, I know what it looks like. Guys,
Also, yeah, I remember I flew
Stop
out to
saying it.
America literally the day after the Queen died. And I remember we were on the road in America and I saw someone waving a British flag and I was like, ha! That's so stupid. What is wrong with you?
Oh god, I had something on my mind and I completely forgot what it was. Shit.
We've taken really long
Penny
with
for
this
your
first
thoughts,
super
Frank.
chat. Penny for your thoughts?
What's Okay, was it red? Oh yeah, it was.
All right, he's
Who's
talking
that
about
guy?
his dick again. Okay, I guess I'll read the next one from KB. Borscht. Okay, so KB sends $9 Why does Dylan's Family Guy Sona look like Bumblecast co-host Kyle JCRB Kraus? Why is that so difficult for me
You
to
know,
read right now?
I'm willing to bet KB. It's probably because he's like a white guy with like brown hair and glasses. That's probably why
Yeah,
we
that's-
look similar.
Dylan, we have a policy
Yeah.
on not assaulting people who send super
And-
chats, so if you could just like lay
and-
off.
I wasn't. I was just. That was. What do you mean? I was
Stop
not being
attacking
snarky. I was just
KB.
responding.
Stop attacking
I was
KB.
responding to
KB
KB.
doesn't wish you
KB
a good
knows
morning
this is
and
how I
good night
speak.
so that you can fucking talk sass on KB, alright? I'll kill him.
I'm gonna wish you a
I
good
will
funeral if
literally-
you don't stop.
Alright.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. That's right.
He'll-
Okay.
he'll
go on.
stop. All right. Who's next?
You.
I think it's
No, Frank Borger.
no, Frank. Yeah.
Okay, KB with a $9.99 US. I feel $70 would be a better price for Kart World. It should not cost more than Bonanza. At least we have the Switch
Yeah.
2 bundle that comes with World at a discount. That is true. It's
Yeah.
just
I mean, like if you look
But
at
it's
how
a
they
digital
price other
download.
things,
It's-
like
it's-
do you see
it's-
the price Mario Kart Tour stuff? Like you have to pay like fucking $40 to unlock Diddy Kong.
oh fuck
like-
that.
Yeah.
It's they know that this is the most casual game in the universe, and people love it. Like even people who don't play games play Mario Kart,
Yep.
so they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we'll make it $80," and people will buy it anyway.
$80.
I think that the
I
$80
would hate
thing
to
is
be-
just a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hate to be a kid in this era because like I remember back in like the GameCube and Wii era where I would ask like mom and dad like, "Hey, can I get this new game?" And I was like, I felt like I was committing an actual sin, and I was going to hell for asking for like a $50 game, you know. So now it's
coveting
like
your neighbor's goods.
like
You
literally,
are requesting
I
more
talked to
video
my
game.
dad. Yeah, like I talked to my dad recently, and just out of whim because all this stuff was happening with Switch 2, I was like, how expensive was like, you know, paying for video games back then? And he was like, "Oh, it was so expensive. It was like $40 or $50 a pop." And I was like, "Oh,
I've got a couple
okay."
of friends who are. I've got a couple of friends who are teachers, actually, and I've heard from them that today's generations of kids aren't that into games, consoles, or toys. They're more about phones, and if they can play it on their phone, they're
if
happy.
anything, like any of like the toys and stuff, like they tend to be for they tend to be like adults buying them who have like nostalgia for whatever IP it is.
Yeah, like no kid has bought a Sonic 3 action figure. Okay, some might have, but like
Some
the
might
majority
have.
of those Sonic 3 action figures went to adult virgins like
They were
myself.
bought by Channel Pup.
Yeah,
I mean, that's fair. Is that like culturally, that's a great point. Like culturally, like kids have shifted away from like toys and all that stuff, and they just have like iPads and stuff like that. But like that's even gonna get more expensive, you know,
well,
as
it's
time
also
goes
why,
on.
like, it's why games, consoles, games, and toys are all getting more expensive, is because they're in the adult market now. Oh, you know, we can.
I guess
we can up.
I guess you got a
prices.
point.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the $9.99 once again, KB. Being as
Thank you.
generous as ever. Don't ever change. I'm joking. You can change if you have to, but like, please, I'd rather you don't.
You're
Okay.
you're great as you are.
You can
This is
change
the
if you have
longest-winded
to, but
thing so
I
far.
am.
Remember-
I'm referring mainly to the giving side of things, like other personality aspects. You can. No, I'm joking. Okay, right.
Never change.
Borger.
All right, my turn.
Unless you have to.
Joe Madre with $5 US dollar reduced. Thank you. I'm really not a fan of the fact that the average game will be $100 soon. Do not like this future. Yeah, I think it sets a bad precedent. Like, you can make the argument that Nintendo and even Rockstar, like, since they make quality stuff, they're justified in charging that much. But that means that everything will become the new standard. So even like the slop fucking like shovelware bullshit will cost like $60, and that's like hell no. Like that's like a budget title is $60 now. Like that's insane. Yeah, it just sets a bad precedent. I feel like what's gonna happen is that there is gonna be a little bit of a crash. I feel like this bubble's gonna burst pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah. That's my thing. I'm not hoping for that. I love video games and I want companies to keep making video games, but like something's gotta give. And like with all this expensive stuff coming out on top of the tariffs, like fucking everything else over, like people are not going to look at consoles as like a luxury that is affordable anymore, you know? So
There's only so much that a consumer is willing to put up with until you get to that breaking point, and then once you
yeah.
do that, you've lost them.
Exactly. I will
I know
say
it sounds
though,
ironic considering that I've always advocated for Sonic games to go bigger, but that was because they were too small. But right now, I think games are getting too big, and you need to just dial it back. We don't need 10
think
hours.
Sonic
6 is enough.
yeah.
I think Sonic is at the right place.
Right now,
I think
yeah,
I think
like,
Sonic
around about
in terms of scale, Sonic is in a pretty good space. I would still like a little bigger scale version of Shadow Gens for the next game for sure. But like
give me like something
nothing
that's
like
about like twice
crazy.
the size of Shadow Gens, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, I say even like a time and a half. Like that's my thing. Like
Yeah,
because I feel like with Sonic games that
hours to beat Shadow Gens.
But
Yeah, I did it in, like, 2 sessions.
the greatest thing about Sonic games, which I don't really do with Mario games all that much, is the replayability aspect of it.
I
It's
agree
the
with that.
wanting to get good at it. So like I feel like they can be afforded to not have games in such a huge scale, but make the game fun in order to be replayed over and over again. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
haven't
was-
replayed Frontiers because of that reason, because it's not really a game to be replayed. It's just a game to be
It's like Breath of the Wild.
to add on.
I
Yeah,
think
The
that's
arcade
the-
levels are like the closest, or the traditional levels. Those are the closest things to something replayable for that game.
I just enjoy whizzing around the open zone, like just flying and doing spin dashes and stunts and stuff. I find that to be therapeutic. In the same way that I
that-
find it therapeutic to just go around and web swing in Spider-Man for a little bit. Like, I don't need to be doing
Yeah,
anything else.
it's
Sure.
It's fun, but you need the rest of the game to be just as solid.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. What I was just gonna say really was like Sonic Forces. Like the general consensus was that it was too short, and I think that has made myself included a lot of people kind of worried about short runtimes for Sonic when really the runtime, yeah, it is short for Sonic Forces, but it would have been much more forgivable if it were replayable and like had lots of like
the runtime was not the issue. It was the quality of the levels, the quality, like the way the game felt.
There's
That's
no
what
staying
it was.
power.
It was by the time that it was over, I felt like I hadn't done anything.
Yeah, it kind of just
Nothing
came and went,
happened.
and just felt nothing. What's that one game like the Order 1886 or something like that that got a lot of flack for being a short game for $60?
I don't know that one.
This was a couple years ago. Or oh god, it's probably like 10 years ago. But it's one of those things that if the game was really good, then yeah, 60 is a lot, but you could justify that by saying like you have a solid game that's probably replayable. But if you don't have that,
Superstars?
No. God, no. No. There was a game on PS4 that got a lot of flack because it was like 11 hours and they were charging full price for it.
Oh,
I mean,
that goes for a lot of games though. To be fair, like there's a lot of games that like are they charge full price, but they're just not that long in terms of like in terms of just like scale and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but that's the
and
thing
it's like,
with games you gotta have something to always come back to.
Yeah,
you know?
if you got the replay value there, then I don't think that's a problem.
the thing is also like growing up, I was kind of conditioned to kind of expect games to be a certain like length and stuff, and I realized a lot of that was because when I was young, mum and dad would need the TV sometimes, and stuff. But I do find it funny because like family members, like immediate family and stuff, will always be like, "Already?" When I say I've finished a game after like 3 days. Like I beat the main story of Super Mario Wonder in 3 days, and my sister was like, "Already?" I was like, "Yeah, but it's not about how long it lasts. It's that there was so much quality crammed into every iota of that game." And again, Nintendo's like sales department and stuff, the people making the prices and stuff, are clearly exploiting the fuck out of that. But like, anyway, we should probably move along. But like, yeah, it's alarming. But thank you, Joe.
It sets a bad precedent. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I don't want budget titles to be 60.
GTA 6 is also eyeing $100. Like that's crazy.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not playing it.
I think that's it. Like the thing is that people talk about inflation, which fair, but at the same time, like inflation isn't a linear thing. You know, like there's also cost of living. There's also the fact that like let's say music, for example, it's always cost $10 to get a CD. You know, that hasn't really raised in price.
I get it. Inflation's a thing, but like don't fuck my wife in front of me, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At least do it away from me, you know? Like do it in the next room.
I mean,
at least try to like be sneaky about it, you know what I'm saying?
That, but at least do me the courtesy of not making me watch, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure where that part came from. I don't know where that related to.
You want to fuck my wife?
Next super chat.
Borker. Dylan.
All right, hold on.
Dylan, it's your turn. Dylan.
Listen, you just talked for like 20 fucking minutes about shit no one cared about. Like, what do you mean? We've been waiting for the next one. Give me a second.
Whoa, why was that was unnecessary.
Oh, wow.
Settle down, Gromit.
Don't rush me. Don't rush me.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is nearly halfway done, by the way. Hooray.
Good. It's good. Have you played Burning Rangers lately?
I
Read
have,
the
actually,
super
yeah.
chat, Carl.
I think
talking about who's Carl?
Who's Carl?
You are Carl. Read the super chat, Carl.
Wait, easy
I
Carl.
might have to wait.
Me.
I'll have to wait to buy Burning Rangers, but I do want to buy it at some point.
Skirata with the US $4.99. No, Sonic fans. Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders do not mean Cross Worlds is cooked.
Yes, it is so
yes, it does.
No,
yes, it does.
It is.
I tweeted to Sega and told them, "You guys better stop. Just don't produce the game anymore.
Cancel the game."
Just cancel the game.
I will say, fucking clown.
I will say though, if I'm pretty sure it will happen, but if the new Kirby Air Riders game has city trial, like that's gonna hold more value to me than the fucking open world Mario Kart game. Like absolutely,
it will.
Like, I'm worried about
open world city trial, $90.
I'm worried about the quality of Crossworlds, but there's just nothing more kind of corny than when like the new Mario thing gets announced and the account Sonic Uberfan 61 tweets how the new Sonic thing is now cooked because of it, and he's like, pick me, look, I swear I like other games other than Sonic, I swear.
I'll be real. I was kind of like that with Mario Wonder and Sonic Superstars. Like, come on.
By happenstance, you did turn out to be kind of right on that one. At the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck about sales figures for these games. I care about the quality of them. Like, if I buy Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and I fucking love it, but the game sells like stink butt, the next Sonic game's still gonna come out. You know, like, yeah.
I mainline, and I think it's also it's being held by well, it's actually being held by Sonic Team themselves, right? But with help from like Initial D developers, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it holds a different niche than the Sonic, but I don't think it's gonna sell bad. Again, I feel like they should lean into the fact that it's. I feel like they should lean into
It'll
the
be
fucking
fine.
like it's cheaper. It'll be a fun time. You can play with everybody.
It's cross-platform.
You don't need to buy a new console.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say with the Switch 2 stuff, they are doing a lot in terms of like cross-platform as well on that, which is cool. Like I know Cyberpunk, they have a cross progression where you can like play it on PC and then you can play it on the Switch.
Wait, really?
And you can like pick up. Yeah, they do have
Oh,
that.
hell
Yep.
yeah.
So like, I like that. Again, everything about the Switch 2 I love, but like Jesus, fuck the price, dude. Like I'm sorry, like it's
The
just
price is such a mood killer. You know, you get the mood
it
lights
is.
on, you're
I
in
was
a
so
great
hyped
mood.
throughout that entire thing.
I don't know
We
where I'm going
should-
with this.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish I streamed my reaction because I was like hyped throughout the whole thing
The
when the
mood changes
GameCube thing
real.
launched out, and like, but as soon as I did an 80s glimmer of research, it fucked me over. Awful. Don't like it. Anyways,
We will move
Thank
on to
you.
the next one.
yeah, we'll move
It
on.
stinks,
I'm hungry.
and
I
I
haven't
don't
eaten
like it.
today. It stinks that I don't like it. I haven't eaten today. I need to fucking
All right, so Grant
chill out.
Allen
Yep.
sends $4.99.
You should have ate. You should have ate and be late to the podcast.
Okay,
That's
right. It's,
so Frank did.
Who am I?
hey,
Yeah.
trying to raid the super chat over here. It's honestly kind of wild to me, Breath of the Wild, that things like video games and toys are eventually going to become luxury items instead of normal entertainment. That's what we've been saying. Yeah, like I completely agree, Grant.
They've
I
always
mean, they've always been
kind of a
luxury, but
item.
like, but they're not investments. You know,
Not to
like,
this degree.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
it's
like
They've been
Yeah.
maybe like 90s they were also a luxury item, but they were like as it got to like the 2000s and you know prices went down a bit more with like disc-based consoles and stuff. It became more accessible, which allowed it to go mainstream.
yeah,
but
and it's also
yeah.
like okay because old thing good and new thing bad. You know.
I mean, like, also, oh shit. Well, like, the Nintendo's fucking charging like Neo Geo prices. Like, yeah, games were expensive back then, but they also failed, you know, because they were expensive. Like, think of like Virtual Racing for the Genesis. It was the only game with that helper SVP chip, and it was $100 back in the '90s. That game was.
Well,
and guess what?
yeah, that was
it sold like
because-
shit.
That was
is a
because
flat
those
circle.
cartridges had like extra chips in it or had
That's what I'm
something in
saying.
it.
Yeah,
Like Super
it
Nintendo
makes
games
it,
were like that too. Like Mega Man X
Yeah.
games were pretty expensive because of the CX chips or whatever they're called.
Well, they're Super FX chips, and I think that is a different chip. But yeah, they're like helper chips. It makes sense for cartridge like stuff. But now, like with discs and the cartridges that Nintendo's using it are not the same as the cartridges they used back in the day. They don't have helper chips inside of them. It's all contained within the same like one singular chip on.
Unless you got
the
a key,
cartridge
unless
itself.
you got a game key card.
All right, gang.
Yeah,
we
which
gotta,
then
we gotta
again, it
start
just gives you
moving-
permission.
We gotta start moving
Regardless, I'm
things along.
sorry.
That's okay. Let's move along to the next one. Thank you, Grant Allen. Hell yeah. Borger. Frank.
Mr. SP, wait, new member.
Yeah, there's been a new member since like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Mr. SP with the $5 US. The Family Guy podcast for the classic and modern age. Speaking of which, what's your favorite era?
The era going
Family
from
Guy?
Yeah, so I'd say the second post-cancellation era. So that's from season 4 through to season 9 is the golden age, in my opinion. I know some people are like, oh, it does drop off a bit. I don't think it does. I think everything from series 4 to series 9 is absolutely golden. Series 9 is, in my opinion, the last truly great season. That's when we got like the murder mystery. You got the road to the North Pole. It's fucking awesome. Series 4 obviously was the big comeback season, and you got PTV and just fucking that episode's a fucking classic. And then like around like series 7 you got like Road to the Multiverse and stuff like that. You got so many cool things. So like yeah, like that's in my opinion the peak era of Family Guy. What about you guys?
Okay.
You
Yeah,
got a
no
favorite?
objections. I don't fucking know
Yeah,
it
no
by
objections.
I don't know it enough
I-
to like tell you what my favorite
Yeah.
episodes are, to be honest, or
God,
where they're from.
The PTV or the FCC song was just
Yeah, PTV is the side boob hour. Check out that side boob. That turn you on? Well, it
Side
shouldn't,
boob.
because that's my side
my
boob.
side boob.
The episode with Bird is the Word and Jesus Christ was fucking great. That's a powerhouse of an episode. Road to the Multiverse, obviously excellent. Road to the North Pole, very cinematic. I gotta admit, I'm one of those people that loves the Family Guy Simpsons crossover. I thought they did really good with that.
Christmas time is killing us.
Kill it.
I don't watch
fucking
Family
good.
Guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, Road
I
to
don't
the
really
North
watch
Pole
Family
is
Guy.
genuinely a spectacular Christmas special. One of the best Christmas specials I've ever fucking seen.
Man, I'm
Family
probably
Guy's
watch some
fucking
old Family Guy like after this.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be game. Like Family Guy's epic. Okay, we'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
I think it's my turn. KB with the $1.99 US. Which Family Guy character is your favorite?
That's difficult.
Uh,
Got a lot of love for Stewie and Brian, obviously. Peter, I find Peter right. So Peter, you don't want to
Yeah.
relate to him. You really don't want to relate to Peter. But the thing is, there's a sense of childlike wonder to Peter, like just general enjoyment of things that I absolutely relate to. Like how he finds a new gimmick for 30 minutes and he's all about it. That's me.
I would probably say like the older version of Peter. I don't know what's up with the new one that just doesn't like. I'm just not into.
The new one is either going to be classic Peter or he'll be a complete and absolute sociopath. And like Brian's also kind of like that too, in that he'll either be the voice of reason or he will be the most garbage person on the fucking planet.
Old school Brian was my favorite.
Old school Brian was great, but the thing is, you can see a gradual progression. Like, he's not just immediately flanderized when he becomes douche Brian. It is a gradual, and it's clearly deliberate as well, because they usually have him get consequences by the end of it. He's a villain now, straight up, effectively. I think it's quite cool. I think
It's funny
an
that he and
interesting
Quagmire
development.
are somewhat similar, but Brian gets is the one that's punished more.
Brian gets punished more
Interesting,
because he
they-
does it with a pretense. Quagmire doesn't.
like they turn Quagmire into a hero whenever Brian is in the same scene.
Even though when you actually look
It's
at like
really funny,
Quagmire's scorecard, for
Quagmire's,
actual
like,
crimes,
Awful
it's-
person, awful human being.
I will say I miss classic Quagmire though, when he used to be extremely high energy and yell giggity all the time, whereas now they try to make him more like a normal guy.
Yeah.
I don't come to Family Guy for subtle and nuanced. I come to Family Guy for ha giggity. You know, like give me that Quagmire
Yeah, those old-fashioned values.
on which we used to rely.
I did not have relations with that intern.
I did not giggity that girl. I did giggity that girl. I geschmoigity her with my glingus, and I am sorry. It reminds me of that YouTube poop where they've got Bill Clinton going, I did not have sex with anyone. Not ever. Never, never, never.
Not a single time.
It's so funny. That's the CS188 YouTube poop. Okay, shall we move on to the next one?
Yes.
Dilnor.
Dylan.
Hello. KB, $1.99. Thoughts on Donkey Kong's new design? I love it. I love it. I do.
warmed up to
I really
it.
like it a lot. I genuinely like him a lot. He's very funny. He's a funny monkey.
I
Very
don't
funny
have-
I
faces.
love how expressive he is in the new Donkey Kong game.
So, I don't have much of a history with Donkey Kong, so I don't really clock much difference. He just looks like Donkey Kong to me. He looks good, though. Also, the cover for Bonanza, it goes fucking hard. Be cool if it lets
Yeah,
you-
Oh,
probably
yeah.
one of
Game
the, probably
goes
the
hard.
best. Probably the
Yeah.
best like new box art that we've gotten from Switch 2. I just wish that the actual box design
Yes.
itself was better to accommodate
The
for it.
box looks like
but-
shit, but that art is good.
The art's good. Box looks like shit. Again, I don't know how it would look in person. Maybe it'll look a little bit better in person, but fuck it. I don't know.
I think the boxes
Um,
are probably going to be. I imagine it is almost like a half-size, like PS Vita box, almost like.
They
you
kind of
like a lot
give that
smaller.
At
energy.
this point,
Yeah.
they probably should start doing that.
I think they're going. I think you're all right. Like it does look like a very small, like smaller than Blu-ray type of box, you know, and it like almost like a third of the size, which makes sense considering the size of the cartridges themselves. So, yeah, I like his new design. I feel like it took a little bit of time to get used to. I still have to get used to his new design because like I'm just used to his rare design, but I like it.
Yeah.
And
I would say the change between them is like the same as the change between like Shrek, which just goes to show how stupid that freak out is. Like,
Oh, come on. Shrek is ruined because he looks modern.
Shrek is ruined because they slightly tweaked his eyes or something. I don't know. Like, he's barely any different.
Why are
that
there
is the thing.
pop culture references like
Why are there
TikTok?
pop culture references in my Shrek movie? I'm gonna go watch Fairy Idol, Far Far Away Idol, so I can ignore this.
I sure hope Simon Cowell's not in Shrek 2 in the secret hidden features.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was.
Or
God,
3.
I hope
Wait,
they don't do
three?
the OJ.
Oh,
that was
two,
Shrek
yeah,
too.
They have a really funny joke about O.J. Simpson in the new Naked Gun trailer because he was in the originals. They have this fucking amazing thing where the character that Liam Neeson's playing is the son of Frank Drebin, the original main character. And so he's looking at a picture of Leslie Nielsen on the wall, and he's like, "I miss you, Dad. I'm making you proud," you know. And then everyone else in the precinct is also the son of someone from the original movie. So they just have a wall with all of the pictures lined up because they're all dead. So they're all sitting there crying. And then one guy walks up to the picture of OJ, and he looks into the camera and like shakes his head and goes like, and like walks away. It's really funny. It's really fucking funny. Like that was because the first part with the bank robbery, I was like, this seems a little. Like I guess I don't know. I guess I got to rewatch the original movies a bit,
So,
but I felt like it was a bit more extreme. You know,
did you say Seth MacFarlane is helming this?
I don't know what
he's the
he's doing, but
producer.
his name was at the
Right,
producer.
So
Yeah,
I do think if you're gonna have someone do a Naked Gun, a revival, Seth MacFarlane's the man. At the same time, though,
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane and movies don't usually go well as Seth MacFarlane and TV shows.
I'll give him though like he's very good at, I would say, mimicking styles, or not like visually, but like mimicking like either a comedy style or like just the format of something, because
He's
like
got a respectful attitude towards these IPs, and he's a fan himself. Like he is a huge
I feel like
guy.
you could definitely tell, like the Orville, right? Like I can tell that he's probably like a huge fan of Star Trek.
Oh, he is,
because the Orville is like it almost feels like a fucking just a real Star Trek show with a bit more comedy in it.
There's like a
Like,
season
it's
1
very
episode
good.
of Family Guy where Peter meets William Shatner, and like
shit.
he talks about Star Trek with a huge amount of reverence, and it's Peter Griffin's favorite show according to season 1. So, see, this is a Star Wars special. Star Wars? What the fuck? Family Guy.
Close enough.
They did do the Star Wars, didn't they? Okay, next one. Borger. I refuse to sing, only women do that. So, Mr. Krabs sends $4.99. Homer sings, "Dream, explore the mysteries. Breathe. A new life is revealed to me. Once again, we will start our story anew. Don't be afraid. I will be with you.
Boy.
Boy." Marriage.
I'll give it you, Marge.
Marriage, Simpson.
Dream,
Wife
explore the
of-
mysteries.
See, you should.
Breathe. A new life is revealed to me. Once again, we'll start our story anew. Don't be afraid. I will be with you.
Marriage.
I'm Homer.
We all right. Okay.
If
You're
Bart
welcome.
can be Alberto,
See, let it be known, if you give us $4.99, I'll sing for you.
Okay, he will do the singing from now on.
'Cause I'm Homer,
There we
reaching
go.
far beyond these new frontiers.
All right, come on. We got to get this moving now.
these new Duff beers.
So, Borger, Frank, you are the reader.
Reaching far towards these new Duff beers.
Giorno with the 5 R dollar signs.
Oh, come on.
Hate how they were planning to price the console and games that without tariff. Wait, hate how they were planning to price
How the
the
fuck
console
does
and
that
games that without tariffs, and now there's a possibility it's going to be more expensive than $80. Oh my god! Wait, no. 90 for physical
sorry.
copies.
Frank, look at the super chat directly below the one you just read.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's my favorite. How the fuck did you get Frank on this one and then also get the immediate next super chat to say that? That's so
That
funny. That's so
that
good.
is funny.
Trey.
Fuck.
And the-
That's good, Jordo. That's good.
Wait, do I have to read this one, or should I
Yes.
read the next one because we already read it?
I mean, did he pay for it? Yes. Read it.
I mean, no. Well,
Sure.
okay. All right. So Jordo with the 2 Brazilian real. By the way, Frank, this currency is the Brazilian real.
Yeah, Brazilian real.
Fuck
Yes,
you, Frank.
Brazilians are real. Okay, I get it.
You are going to Brazilian.
Borger. Dylan.
I will go to meet Brazilian Miku. We will be friends.
Let's see. New member, and then also $2. $60 full price. Nintendo giggling in the corner.
They're just rude.
Fuck.
That's just fucking thuggery.
I want to hold on. I just think real quick. I need to. There's only one thing I can think about right now, and before the prices obviously threw the wrench in it. I'll make this quick. My main thing I was thinking about with the upgrades was what if they do Smash Bros. You know, and it's like you buy the $70 game, right, and it has all the DLC, and they start putting more characters in it, and it's like I was thinking, I'm like, technically, I've already paid way more than $60 for Smash Ultimate. You know, like because of all the DLC. So technically,
Yeah.
if they did that, that would be a worthwhile purchase. Because like if you got all the DLC, like that's easily over $100, I think, for Smash. If you buy all the DLC,
I believe
So-
that would come up to about $100 actually, because it's a 60.
it's like around
and you
100.
have-
So
and then, like,
technically,
the
there are
fighter
certain
passes for, like-
games, yeah, that
think
this could be good for, but like it's very few and far between.
But then you'd have to pay for an upgrade, which I would love to see them go 120 FPS.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying about it. If you don't have the game, that's an insane value if that exists, because you'd be
Yeah,
getting
like-
it for $70 instead of 100.
There are some
But-
games that are doing that, like Street Fighter 6 is including year 1 and year 2 content.
See, that's good, and that's probably not going to
Cyberpunk
be
is-
full price either, right?
Cyberpunk is doing their putting all their DLC in it, so the Phantom Liberty stuff.
Another good idea.
So yeah, like you are gonna get a hell of a deal if you go for these versions, though.
It's just some of these games, like the Kirby one they showed off, or like Mario Party Jamboree. It's like I'm gonna say this right now, and I don't think I'm wrong. There's not a single Mario Party game that I would ever pay more than $60 for. I don't even like paying $60 for Mario Party. Like I play it very little because my friends kind of give up on it fast. You know?
Oh yeah, I had to stop buying Mario Party because anytime I bought a multiplayer game, everybody I know would just drop it and like, oh great, so
Sorry,
now I
Frank.
have this paperweight. It's fine. Like you're not the only one, but
I know.
We gotta move along now. So, Borker. Mr. Krabs, with the $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Gromit, I told you the tariffs would hurt everyone.
Oh, would Gromit not believe that?
Yeah,
Gromit thinks it's gonna
Gromit's the
boost
smart
our
one.
economy.
And finally, Franken Borker.
Mr. SP with the 404 US.
Error.
Interesting press.
Yeah, it's an interesting number. Genesis games were $50. That's over $100 today. Yeah, but
I know, but I wasn't alive then, so I don't care.
I mean, I was, but you know,
Dude,
I
you're
wasn't
so
paying for them
fucking
back then,
old.
so I don't
Go
care.
to your wife or something, dude.
I would have. I would if I had one.
It didn't have to be like you could have just gone with the bit.
Next
It's fine.
episode, we're doing the wife special, and we're gonna get Frank a wife.
Can I have one too?
I don't like where this. I don't like
No.
where this is going, but I will.
the return of sunset
want
speed dating.
Oh god.
I hate the idea of it, but I'm curious enough to see how far this this bit will go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ending it right here. Sorry, I don't know any women.
Possibility
Okay.
of free sex.
Neither do I.
That's a
Up
joke.
until this
That's a
episode-
joke. Also,
Up
I
until
do
this
know
episode,
women.
I didn't know they existed.
All right, one more. Trey. Borker.
Wait, what? Wait, me? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Scratch Mr. Krabs.
oh god.
Marge. 80. Where you go? Wait, what song is this?
I don't even know the song.
I don't even know what song this is.
Is anywhere you want it? No, it's not the one.
No,
Yeah,
it's not it. No, that's not it.
That's a great
No.
song, though.
Yeah, it is a good song.
Anywhere you
Journey
want to
is
go,
badass.
anything you need to know, all the best in life. I want to get it for you lately. I just feel so fine. I don't know what the song is.
They did a remix of that other song on for the Lego Fortnite thing, and it was like that actually worked so well with it.
It is a good song for Lego.
Yeah, like there are some times where you get a licensed song for a game trailer, and it just works so well.
Oh, so I just noticed, Ultra Beast has to go and says, okay, bye, have a good time. But you could have said, bye, have a beautiful time, and then it would have been an American Dad reference, which is still technically a Family Guy thing. So think about it. Just think about it, okay? The thing... Alright, so that's it. That's the Super Chat's done. There will be no more. Ever. Oh no, there's a skeleton. Even in the Drunken Clam, there's a skeleton. Oh no.
No.
So, round table. Dylan, you up to anything thrilling?
Yeah, I'm about to release I think a video about the D&D campaign, the Sonic D&D thing that we did the other day. It's like a short highlights thing. So if you have any interest in Sonic the Hedgehog, and a completely new custom story, please check it out. It'll be up very soon, very shortly.
Do not watch under any circumstance.
Don't worry, it's good.
I will be watching.
Damn.
This man needs to get a Switch 2, so I will be watching.
We could all vote with our wallets. We could make a pact together, guys. We can make a pact together. We won't
I make no damn pact.
We'll play each
I'm
other
making
like
my
fiddles.
own. Well, what?
Yeah. Why do we need Switch
guys-
2s when we could just explore each other's bodies? Simple.
Guys,
First of all,
I don't know how to play the fiddle, okay?
Listen, Donkey Kong sounds better than that to me, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, if they release it on the Switch, I
Can
might come around to
I
it.
buy the upgrade, please?
I can't believe Dylan just body shamed me. All right. Well. Okay. Franken, what are you up to?
Well, I had videos I was working on, but one of them was I had to cancel one because it was basically like the direct before the Switch 2 direct. So,
But they got him.
Oh.
But it took too long to make it because I procrastinated a little. Same thing for an April Fool's video. That I'll save that for next year. Sonic fan game video. I still want to make it. I know it's like getting closer and closer to a year too late, but I'm doing it anyway. And a Mario fan game video. Same idea. It's from Sage 2024. I still want to talk about those games. And Mega Man Rock and Roll, which is a really good fan game. I've been meaning to talk about it for a very long time, so I'm still catching up on that stuff. On my streaming channel, I want to start going through. I know it's kind of played out playing all of the Sonic games, but I just wanted to do it because I don't know. I was watching some streams like, man, I kind of do want to play Sonic again. And I kind of wanted to call it the All These Damn Sonic Game Marathons, or Sonic Games Marathon.
It's funny. I was doing that a little bit before, and now there's someone who comes to my streams every single time I stream to say, why aren't you doing the every Sonic ever? And I'm like I'm playing Sonic Unleashed, and I'm like, is this not the one of the every Sonics ever? Is this not... This one's been removed from the canonicity, I guess?
It was
I
once.
think
It
what
was
I'll do-
once delisted for quality reasons.
I think what I'll do is
Shut up.
try to play the original versions if I can, or just play my favorite version of it. Like for Sonic 1, I'd probably go Sonic 1 Forever or something. The Wii games, I would like to get a functioning Nintendo Wii to play it as intended. So, Secret Rings is not going to be fun.
If you're looking for a Nintendo Wii, I say look at like Facebook Marketplace. There's usually like
I'm gonna
nursing
have
homes
to.
that have, well, like you can find like nursing homes that used to have like a Nintendo Wii that they don't use anymore. Like you can find that still pretty cheap. So
yeah, I tried eBay and I did get a Wii. It's just the GPU was dying on it, so I have like this weird artifacting going on the video the whole time. And it just bothers me because I also want to use it for like YouTube videos. So I got to get a replacement.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about just
And then I gotta
aging
hack
hardware
it.
in general. Yeah, and then I gotta destroy it. No, I'm kidding.
I got to hack it so that way I can play all my backups and not mess up the
Oh,
disk
yeah.
drive.
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, also getting like a disk emulator or something like that. That'd be cool.
Well, no, you could just hack it and run everything off a USB stick or a flash
Yeah.
drive. So I have one for that. I even got an official GameCube memory card because I never had one, and was like, yeah, I'm ready for all this. And then I see the artifact and it's like, oh fuck.
So I take it that's what you're up to then.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna get a replacement Nintendo Wii so I can play like the storybook games, Sonic Unleashed on the Wii, and Sonic Colors. So that way I can also use I forgot the name of it. There's like something that you can get from hacking it that will remove the blurriness of the Wii picture, so it's gonna look really good.
Very cool.
I didn't know you could do that.
I'll have to send you the video. It's actually really cool. But yeah,
Yeah.
Trey.
youtube.com/gottobefrankch because I was doing the whole naming scheme of like other VTubers.
Badass, guys. Put a link in the chat.
Is it my turn?
Yes, Trey, it is your turn. What are you in for?
Wait, give me just a second. For some reason, I'm not hearing you guys. Give me a second.
Oh no,
We're not talking.
he's lost his hearing.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Yes, I'm. Well, honestly, I've just been working on finishing these records, so I've been just hyper fixated on that. I've taken a few commissions lately, so I've been doing that as well. So I'm not. So my whole thing with my YouTube channel is being put on hold at the moment, also because of all of this like stuff going on with the world at the moment. I'm trying to see where my priorities lie in terms of like going to conventions and stuff like that. I still want to go to too many games, and I might still do it just because like I want to be happy. Like finances be damned. Do you know what I'm saying? But like by the way, Dylan, if you still want to like room up for too many games, I'm down for that. But
Yeah.
we can talk about that later. But yeah, no, that's it. Just working on a bunch of stuff. Music wise, it's pretty much there. I'm just like it's just the finishing touches on it, as well as getting like everything copyright protected. It's the business side of things now that I have to worry about. So it's not the fun side, but it's coming along pretty swimmingly, and I can't wait to show all of you guys.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Pop, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, pup.
I have just uploaded a video on the new Superman CinemaCon footage, discussing the panel, and just discussing how I think the movie looks. Go check it out. Judge me.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this about the movie, like because I saw the trailer for it when I went to go see Sonic 3. I actually want to go see that movie. It
looks
looked
really fun, doesn't
cool.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
What, Superman?
Fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new Superman movie.
Yeah, it looks really good. I have not really been interested in like Superman before
Wrongly.
for the most part. But
Superman is fantastic.
maybe wrongly, but I don't know. I was never invested in like I don't know. If you could like, hey, here's God basically. I'm
No,
like,
but
oh, okay.
The thing with Superman is he's an idealistic man living in an imperfect world, like we all are. He like wants to.
Well, I
believe,
don't want to read about that. I can experience it in
he
real
wants
life.
to believe in the good of mankind, but he just can't deny how shitty the world is sometimes. And boy, would anyone love to burn it all down with that kind of power, but he doesn't because he's kind, and kindness is cool to Superman.
He realizes
Unless
world
he's
has
in the
gone to
Injustice
shit, the
universe.
tariffs are-
Yeah, unless he's
the world's gone to shit. The tariffs are up, and all he could do is play Sonic Unleashed.
Exactly. Yeah, Superman is playing Sonic Unleashed recompiled. Guys, I predict
He's like, Lois, you see this? They recompiled Sonic Unleashed, and she's like, Clark, I don't know what the fuck that means, Clark.
Like,
But guys,
it's like Clark,
remember-
I'm playing Burning Rangers.
Remember in the Unleashed recompiled episode
Exactly.
where I kept saying life is a hex, so go enjoy Unleashed recompiled? Boy, is that ever poignant now.
Oh God, yeah, that man.
So have fun. Yeah, that's the end of the episode, which could have been titled Tariff Turmoil, but then people would think we've gone woke. So yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys.
You know what? It beats all the others who claim to be apolitical, but we all know they're lying.
Apolitical? A political what? Haha.
A political nightmare. Moving on.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Fuck. Okay.